This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Meet the Greek restaurant in Brighton, Les Sands. Visit meetthegreek.com.au.
Sound is.
Nick Athanasiou, we are at the end of season 3. Can you believe what's going on here? This looks very familiar, doesn't it?
Mate, 3 seasons of this, me and you gibbering. What is going on here?
3 seasons of us gibbering, 3 seasons of you and I getting roaringly drunk, and believe it or not, this is only our second episode done outdoors. You can probably hear a little bit of the background noise. You can hear a little bit of, if you listen nice and closely, you can hear a little bit of the spit and the crackle of the carvuna.
Yeah,
Mate, this is pretty good, isn't it?
This is. It's a great setup. Look, I think this is probably our dream setup, isn't it?
It is.
We're here bantering. We got some of our favourite spirits here. We've got a barbecue in the background. We've got food in front of us. Look, we're gonna have to post some of these photos. I don't think we can get that descriptive. Like the magic colours we've got: the reds, the greens, the white tzatziki, the tomatoes. Fucking beautiful, mate.
It's looking colourful, and it's going to get even more colourful now because we've got 2 colourful... I don't want to call them guests. They're not guests. They're co-hosts of this podcast. So without any further ado, mate, Foti Papoulis, welcome back to Ouzo Talk.
Thanks, guys. It's taken 16 episodes since the last time you invited me back and my fellow counterpart, which you'll introduce soon.
And you're still counting.
And I'm still counting because it took 53 episodes last time, so we must be doing something right.
Dear, well, welcome back. Great to have you here.
Welcome back,
and
mate.
as always, Stavros as well. Welcome back, mate.
Thank you very much, guys. I have not calculated how long it's been, but it has felt like forever. That last episode we did, we had an absolute ball, and I'm actually glad you guys brought me back.
The last episode we did was the Ouzo episode, which was, frankly, probably one of the messiest. No, it wasn't. The barbecues episode. Episode 2 was the messiest.
Episode 3.
Okay.
Episode 3. There you go.
Just on that. So does it mean this is a threequel? So we had the first episode with barbecues. We had our sequel with Ouzo Talk. Now we've got the threequel. That's 3 episodes in a row with
The
you clowns. So what other movies have had 3-peats that have been a success, Tom? I don't know. I'm a bit nervous about
Back to the Future. Yeah,
Back to the
that was
Future.
going to be my first one.
What about Star Wars: Return of the Jedi? That was good. That was a good 3-peat.
Yeah.
The original one.
Yeah.
Star Wars: Empire Strikes Back, and then Return of the Jedi. That was good.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. Was the third one good?
The quad. You got to go, Lethal Weapon, the quad. Maybe we can turn this into a quad.
Beverly Hills Cop. I was disappointed with the third one. The first 2 were good, but the third one, fucked.
I wasn't a fan either.
So, Tom, what do you reckon? Are we going to have a fucking Return of the Jedi episode or a Beverly Hills Cop 3
I think we're going to be Return of the Jedi.
Look, it's definitely Return of the Jedi, and then we'll bring in the 3 prequels beforehand next time we're around, because that's what happened with Star Wars.
That's true. That's right.
I'm getting the hint we're not going to get rid of these guys.
No, this is going to be a long one.
You can't get rid of us. We're
I've
like
got my
chewing
bag.
gum on your
I've got
shoe.
my bag inside. I'm leaving here.
He's brought a change of clothes,
Yeah.
change of undies.
I'm ready wherever this takes us. If I've got to get up ready for work tomorrow morning, I'm going straight from here.
We're moving in, basically, Nick.
Sure, mate, it's a bachelor pad.
The EPL's on tonight. We'll have a beautiful night. We'll kick
that
back.
sounds
The
good.
only thing we're missing is the
Manchester
rugby
United,
league.
3:30
Yeah,
a.m.
it's a shame.
We'll be up.
Yep.
Ready
What
for
about
it
the
to go.
cricket? Is there any cricket on today?
Yes, there is.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Is it the 3rd day of the test?
People are calculating out.
4th day of the
They're
test?
recording this. So, by the way, this is getting released in December. So,
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, it's a beautiful day where we've got... What have we got on the table? We've got tzatziki, we've got mezedes, we've got olives, we've got tomato, we've got cucumber, we've got meat sizzling in the background. We're going to be going through it as the day goes on. And as you mentioned...
As a palate cleanser, yes.
As a palate cleanser.
Because we've got pork belly, got pork neck.
Yes.
We've got chicken wings, all types of flavours. And we've got lamb shoulder, all on kontosouvli style.
You can hear it. Just have a quick listen.
Hear it.
Yeah.
I can smell it.
Well,
hell.
the boys are in charge of the barbecue. It's all... listen, it's firing up, mate.
Fucking hell, Foti.
Thank God I haven't got the hood on it.
I know, right?
Stavros, does it look
looking
alright?
good.
We don't want to
mesmerised.
That's actually good for the crackling. Look at that.
Well, just remember, if you need to get up, make sure you take your headphones off so you don't take
Yeah.
mimas paris para mais ou mais, they say.
Classic.
But we've got 1,000 bottles of Tsipouro here. That's what we're here to do.
Yes.
It's Tsipouro Day, isn't it?
It
we did
is.
Ouzo last time.
Well, is it Tsipouro? Is it Tsikoudia? Is it
Tsipouro.
Raki or Rakia?
Or grappa.
Grappa. Exactly.
Zivania.
There's a
Don't
lot of
forget
names.
Zivania.
Zivania. Oh, we can't forget Zivania. We've got a bottle of Zivania, which we'll taste test that. But But the only issue is it's out of our reach, Tom. We can't really reach and get it.
That's right.
However,
Which is why
we've got a fifth guest today.
we've enlisted the help. He's actually a sponsor, so we're very
He's
proud. to
more
have
than
him
a
here.
sponsor, but he's a sponsor, definitely.
So, joining us from Agility, EDGILITY.
I was going to say, can you spell it?
I'm right ahead of you. Pete Antonio, welcome. He doesn't have a microphone, but he is here to help us with well, he's going to be handing us the bottles. Say a quick hello, Pete.
Hi guys, thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be of assistance today.
Well, we're happy to have you here, mate. Well, look,
Pete's, is he a bar wench? What do we call it?
Tsipouro wench.
Tsipouro wench? What
That's how you know
was the
you've
term
made
you
it,
used
Pete.
before? What did you say? Nikorika. No, what'd you say?
Nikokira, yeah.
Nikokira.
Mate, we need one,
Love
and
it.
Pete's it. No, thank you, Pete. Thanks
Well,
for coming out, mate.
Pete, thank you for supporting the podcast this year. Obviously, we couldn't have done it without you and a whole range of sponsors this year. I mean, we've had amazing people come on board. You know, St. Nicholas Senior Aged Care out there in Punchbowl, Agility, Meet the Greek Providor, obviously, who's been providing the drinks for us all year, MGM Martin. There's been some amazing names, hasn't there?
Yeah, we've had heaps of sponsors. And look, if it wasn't for the sponsors, we wouldn't have this show. We wouldn't have
No.
this series. We wouldn't be in 125 countries, which we've just clocked up recently.
I
So,
know.
look, thank you so much to all our sponsors because, again, we wouldn't put these shows together. We wouldn't have the funds to do it, but really appreciate it. So, Pete, thank you, mate. You were there for a good solid 2 months, mate. We really appreciate it. Got on some good ones there. Stephen Fry, mate, very proud.
Mate, that was one of the highlights of the year, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Unbelievable. Stephen Fry, we had Mark Burris, we had Nick Giannopoulos to start the year, we had Christine from Are You Even Greek? Mate, what a season.
Yeah,
What a season it's been.
massive. It's been massive, Tom. And even like, just surprisingly, if I had to tell you what are the top 10 cities that listen to our podcast that aren't in Australia, you'd be surprised. There's some really actually
Hit me with it.
Oh well, Athens is number one.
You're joking.
Athens number one.
Unbelievable.
We're talking. So Sydney, Melbourne are always up there. Adelaide's
Yeah,
up
okay,
there.
okay.
But non-Australian cities, Athens number one, and the other one, you guys will never guess. Have a guess.
Have a guess, Stephen.
Come on, Steve. What do you think?
I'm thinking some East African country.
That's what I was thinking.
No, they're a Western country. Tom, you might know.
Whoa.
No,
I don't
I
know.
don't think you will.
Fucking Ghana? I don't know.
No, it's Seattle.
I was going to say Canada. Pretty close.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry, I was just
Yeah,
Back
for
up
these,
some there.
mate.
Back up some.
We've got too much
it's
carbonara
firing
there.
up. I know. It looks great.
The
from
smell
here.
is intoxicating,
no.
though.
That's okay.
It's only been on for how long now? 20 minutes? 30 minutes?
Yeah,
What do you
about,
reckon?
About 20 minutes.
We made a good head start on it. It's looking good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And
Yes,
the
so
heat will die
Seattle.
down and we'll.
So where is Seattle? Is that near the border of Canada, is it?
That's on the east coast, yeah.
Makes
East coast on the
sense.
border. Yeah, Seattle Supersonics, the basketball team.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Because we've got Toronto next, Montreal.
All of them together.
Wow.
No,
So
so
the-
one,
the
two,
Canadian-
Seattle second, Toronto third, Montreal fourth, New York fifth,
Wow.
Chicago sixth. Then we
Plenty
got
of Greeks in Chicago.
yeah.
Plenty, Chicago. Got to say it properly.
Chicago.
Chicago. And then we rounded up with Miami, London, Wellington in New Zealand, Vancouver, and then there was Thessaloniki, Los Angeles, and Brooklyn.
Done good.
There you go.
Excellent,
done well,
guys.
mate.
Amazing. That's just an amazing effort. Especially, look at America's probably got a the density of their population's massive, and the Greek, diaspora out there, and actually the guests you've had on as well this year would have
Well, that's
actually
been the
talked to
Fantastic.
it.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
That's been the key to it. I mean, you guys are in fucking good company, let me tell you. Like, just a few weeks ago, we had Stephen Fry sitting in these chairs and Mark Burris, like I said before.
Yeah.
You guys are batting well above.
We are definitely. I'm batting left-handed and right-handed at the moment. I'm trying to keep the fire at bay, and I bet you Mark Burris and Stephen Fry didn't have to worry about the fire at this
They
time.
didn't, but mate, that's what we're comfortable with you blokes.
Yeah,
you know.
thank you. Yeah, look,
You make yourself at home. You help yourself to the pantry.
yeah, pantry. I was going to sleep in your bed, afternoon nap.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
hey.
Vromiari.
That's it. Well,
Classic.
we're well underway. Like we said before, we've got the barbecue well underway.
Yeah.
It's sizzling away. We've got stuff on the table. We've got beers cracked. We're about to get into the methylated spirits.
We are. So I guess the purpose of the episode is we're going to taste test Look, there is a shitload there. I've lost count.
There's more than the Ouzo episode.
Yeah, there's what, 15 bottles?
I think I counted 16 before.
16 bottles. Okay.
3
there is.
homemade jobs.
Okay. Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay, 13, Pete? 20.
20?
Holy shit.
Wow,
We've got
it's gone
20
up.
bottles there.
Yeah,
I've
look,
done the maths. We're going to be okay.
I
Okay.
got
It's gonna
told
be
not to
okay.
bring too much because I had at least another 5 in my arsenal. And I just looked at the photos coming through on our chat group when we were organising, and I just went, nah, we
this
can't
is
do
bad.
this.
It's terrifying.
If I'm saying that, then we know we've got problems.
Yeah.
We do have problems today. But what did you say, Stavros? If we have 10 ml drinks,
Okay, so I did the maths. If we
go
have,
on, tell us.
If we have a 10 ml shot of everything, times it by 20, it works out to be about 8 standard drinks.
Okay, and that's
Which in
that's fair
certain
enough.
countries, I'm sure you can drive.
It's like 8 beers, isn't it? 8 middies? Probably a bit more.
6 beers.
6 beers. Okay, that's,
Yeah, that's
reasonable.
we're
It's a
okay.
6-pack.
Oh,
That's not
mate,
too
we could
bad.
have
The problem is, though,
We
we're
can
not
up
going to
it
be
to
doing
20.
10 mils.
we can up it to
especially
20.
if I like it. I'm going to go
He's
back
gonna
to
go
the
up.
No,
others.
because you know what? You might not get the flavour profile right, and you go, I'll
Correct.
have another sip just to make sure.
And actually, one thing we will do is have a bit of water or ice, because a couple of them actually said that they taste better on ice.
See,
Or
this is
chilled.
where things start getting dangerous with Foti.
Yeah.
Because last time around, he started saying, oh, the flavour profile changes when you put ice in it. And
Yep.
mate, that's how we fucking...
Yeah,
that's
you
how we
messed
turned
us.
That
into
was a decline.
degenerates.
Absolute
Because
decline.
we had to try the same thing twice, didn't we?
But it's true.
With your
it's
ice
true,
theory.
guys. It's science,
Yep.
right? You add a bit of H2O into a ethanol.
Did you bring any Tahitian lime with you? Or
No,
what?
I didn't. I'm growing my tree at the moment, actually, and I've had to get Bernie, my neighbour across the road, to analyse my lime tree because it had scale on it. The leaves, it had all this stuff, and I had to pick. I spent about an hour picking off the leaves of my Tahitian lime tree, the bad leaves, and I've fertilised it, and it's gone berserk. Now flowers are in, mate, and we guess don't spray it when there's flowers because that's when the fruit comes. So I do.
Right, we'll
I
have
do
to take
still.
some notes. We have
Yeah.
to do a podcast on this.
On Tahitian
Yeah,
lime.
it's
Tahitian
on,
lime.
on garden gipple. On
Yeah,
the gipple.
True.
And so it's same with my lemon tree. So it happened
Yeah.
the same.
Right,
So
before you leave, you got to check out mine because
Yep.
my limes aren't growing. My lemons are. I don't know
okay,
what's going on.
I'll have a quick look because
but anyway.
I had a liquid citrus food fertilizer
Yep.
that gave it a boost. So as soon as I put it on, the flowers just went bang, and then I had to bring Bernie. I'm going, Bernie, I've got all these leaves, but I don't know what's going on. He goes, take them off. He's gonna look bare, but as soon as I took them off, all these new ones have come through, and it looks amazing. So Nick,
okay.
before I leave, I'll analyze
We'll have a
yours.
look. Yeah. All right.
So there we go.
Well,
Right,
okay.
Should we
so
get into it?
We should probably get into it, don't you reckon,
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah,
Absolutely,
mate, I
let's
can't
go.
wait.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
I'm
Ready?
ready.
Let's do it.
Stiniyamas.
Stiniyamas.
All right. Okay. So, to begin with, I mean, we're all drinking beer. Like, there's Alpha, there's Mythos on the table,
There's fix. We have
There's-
fix.
which realistically is not a smart move, given what we're about to
But
do.
we've got to describe. The day is fantastic. We're outdoors. It's blue sky. It's spring in Sydney. Wherever you are, they're probably freezing their nuts off in North
29
America,
degrees
but
as well, Nick.
It is
29 degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit.
Gorgeous.
You guys will have to
Absolutely
work that out.
gorgeous. Would have been a-
Celsius, the proper measurement.
Would have been a perfect day for the Ouzo episode, actually.
That's what I was saying before. We
We're an
did
apple
this the
though.
wrong way
We're
round.
fucking an apple.
You know what? That just shows you guys,
Napoli
anything goes.
Anthropia.
Yeah,
They
anything goes.
blame me. Look, but you guys wanted Ouzo first because you hadn't had an Ouzo,
No, we haven't.
Episode.
That's the thing.
and it was like let's push the Ouzo because,
Yeah, I mean,
and
that's-
that
that's
sort
the
of
name,
created a
isn't
bit of
it?
history.
I think
and
the Ouzo, this episode grew from the Ouzo episode.
It did.
Because Ouzo was so good. Oh, fuck, what else can we do? Oh, Tsipouro. But now we're doing it in summer.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, well,
Tsipouro.
at any rate, look, we've got to thank, obviously, a few of the bottles that are here come courtesy, obviously, of the Greek Providore. GreekProvidore.com.au. Make sure you guys get on there. If you hear of anything that you like here, I mean, we're not going to shit talk anything on this. Although we did on the Ouzo
we
episode.
did, and look, we were honest, and like there were some
we
good
were
ones
honest,
which
we'll be
pushed
honest.
that product, and some other ones that maybe didn't. But
That's true.
Yeah.
But everyone's got their own taste, so everyone's got
Absolutely.
their own opinion, and
we have a responsibility to the listeners, and we're going to be as honest as possible. I think
We're doing people a
100%.
service here. This is a community service, right?
Yeah,
It is. It is.
definitely.
we're for the people. It's all for the people.
Definitely.
That's
But
right.
the good thing is, and thank you again, Foti, you got a form guide for us. So we'll,
Yeah.
we'll have a rough guide of what we're drinking, where it's from. However, there's a couple of 3 mystery bottles there.
There are a few mystery
We don't know
bottles.
what's in them.
We've mentioned a few sponsors. Obviously, we got to thank St Nicholas Senior Aged Care for being on this episode.
Yes.
For the last few episodes, Nick, we've said it before.
Yeah.
The place looks amazing. If you need aged care for a loved one,
Yeah.
mate, you could do far worse
Yeah.
than talking to the guys at St Nicholas. The facilities are unbelievable. You will be θα έχεις το κεφάλι σου ήσυχο,
Yeah,
as they say
definitely.
in Greek. People looking after your loved
Yeah.
one. Such an important thing.
And you'll enjoy visiting them too. If you've got loved ones
Correct.
there, it'd be a great time just to turn up there because they've got so many restaurants. They've got was it a bar? Is that what we said?
There's
There's a
cafes,
cinema.
there's cinemas.
Go
there's
there and get your hair
There's
done.
a barber shop. There's all sorts of things.
Got everything.
Hairdresser,
But
rather,
state of the
barber
art.
shop.
Yeah, state of the art stuff. Great facility. Look at their website. It's amazing stuff on there. So,
acare.au. Thanks very much for being on board, guys. And again, we've had so many amazing sponsors on this season who we genuinely cannot thank enough.
Yeah.
Agility among them. Thank you so much, guys. But look, before we get any further into this episode, I want to sort of start with something a little more somber that it's close to me and Stavros' heart. Unfortunately, we had a
Yeah.
death in the family in the last couple of weeks. We lost my Yaya Niki,
yeah.
84 years of age, to that fucking arostia, unfortunately. Mate, she she was unbelievable until the end. She was such an important person in our family, the matriarch of the family. We said goodbye to her during the week. It was a fitting send off, which Nick, very grateful that you attended, and
Yeah.
the whole family was there. Stephen, obviously, we were all there together. We've been together all of the last few weeks, haven't we, mate? Virtually every day.
Yeah, we've been essentially living together over the last
We have
week,
been.
and you know what? I think it's very fitting, considering the flashbacks you have with the life and times you spent with Nikki in the backyard doing this exact thing we're doing now,
It's true.
barbecuing,
Well,
drinking,
may
and
she rest
talking
in
shit.
peace,
So,
and
yeah,
this
Yeah.
episode could be part of her memory.
Well, that's
Absolutely.
what I wanted to say. I would love to sort of dedicate this this episode and this season to her, because without her, mate,
Yeah.
for me in particular, just wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
Lovely
love
lady.
you.
Like
to Nikki,
yeah.
to Nikki,
To
everybody.
Nikki.
Yummers.
No,
Well.
that's well said, Tom. Lovely lady.
She was.
And
She
I met her a
was.
couple of times. Smiley, happy, life of the party, and like you said. And it was really sad watching your papu,
Yeah.
It was at the church, It's really sad. He started to cry, and, his soulmate just disappeared.
Yeah.
Just like
Which
that.
is one of the biggest legacies of their life, actually, because they really did love each other, and we said, multiple
Yeah.
times during the day that they wouldn't even go for a bottle of milk by themselves.
Yeah.
That's how devoted they were to
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
It wasn't a joke. That was for real. So we should be so lucky to have relationships like that, to experience that kind of thing. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, mate.
Well said,
That's
mate.
unfortunately that's the way we all go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of us get out of this life alive,
Yeah,
as they say.
exactly. But look, she had a good innings. I think if you hit anything above 80, you've done well.
You're doing
Done well.
okay.
Yeah.
I think so, especially if you've got your partner as well all the way through that
Yeah.
period, and
Exactly.
the memories you left behind, the legacy you left behind.
Yeah.
That
Well,
is
her,
big.
Her legacy. How many great grandkids are there?
4 great grandchildren,
4 great grandkids.
6 grandchildren, really by by blood and by marriage.
Yeah.
I suspect.
Well, it's funny you say that because Mark Burrett said he's got this thing called Project 100. I'm sure a lot of you would
Yes.
have heard it. And it was the reason why he did do that Project 100 was for him to see his great grandkids, which is what his dad did. So his dad managed to see his great grandkids. So Mark wants to see his great grandkids, and he's got this thing called Project 100. But it gets into detail of
Mate, he is committed to
water
this.
and food and sleep, and he's got this amazing bed where it controls his temperature. So if his body heats up too much, the bed cools it down. So he has gets past his you better check it, Foti. Sorry.
Like up some
Yeah, fuck. That's what
No, we're doing well.
we're doing. But anyway, yeah. But look, and she got to live that. She got to see great grandkids.
Did you get to
Amazing.
meet your great grandparents, Nick?
Nope. No.
Not at all.
No. Oh, I didn't even get to meet my grandfather.
Really?
Yeah. So my grandfather on my dad's side, he died when my dad was 32 years old.
Yeah,
Sorry,
wow.
he was 32. My dad was 2. So my
Wow.
dad didn't even see him.
Wow.
Yeah, not one photo. Didn't even know what he looks like.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty lucky. Like, if you've met, I mean, at our age, you know, so if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, or anything like that,
Yeah.
if you got to meet a great grandparent, you're doing pretty well for yourself.
Oh,
I was
mate.
very lucky. I had all my great grandparents alive, and the
Great
last one,
grandparents.
the last
Wow.
one passed away. I was 26 years old.
You're kidding?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I had a very blessed upbringing. That great grandparents and grandparents around, and chaotic.
Wow.
It's great.
So what's the lesson learnt there? Get out there and have kids early.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We're foodies at heart at Ouzo Talk, which is why we love the Greek providor. Get a real taste of the very best produce that Greece has to offer. From olive oils and delicious artisan sweets, to earthy herbs, memorable wines, warming spirits and more. All made by passionate, independent farmers and producers from across Greece. So whether you're looking to fill your pantry or buy a special gift for a loved one, the Greek Providor has you covered. Visit thegreekprovidor.com.au today and bring Greece home.
I remember you saying that to me. It's like, nah, you gotta have them early. You gotta have them early.
Get in there early. It's on tell them.
There's a lot of lessons, and there's a lot of things that disprove commonly given lessons, like health, lifestyle choices, and smoking and drinking and eating, and they sort of defied all that, and you go, what is the advice then? What's the correct advice?
But the big thing they always say, there's, I think, was it 4 categories? You said sleep is one, nutrition's one. One of the big one was community, sense of community.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
That's the
People
blue zone
around
thing,
you.
I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what we're doing. We're doing the community thing. You know, we're all getting together. Like, you know, Pete's nodding away because we play touch together. We do Oz Tag together with Foti.
Yeah, we do Ouzo Talk together.
Do Ouzo Talk together now.
Stephen and I just drink together.
Yeah, which,
You
but you
guys-
know what? I think it goes back to always being busy. I think it's a case of your body doesn't even have time to get sick.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I
true
mean?
too.
Because you're constantly always your body forgets. Maybe something should be wrong with me. You know,
My grandparents, I had 3 that basically lived over 90. Papu Foti, I'm named after, died in Greece with a stroke back when he was 78. But his wife, my other grandmother, lived till she was 95.
Wow.
I had 2 grandparents who lived in Rockdale Street, Rockdale.
Oh, just
And-
around the corner.
Yeah, and they would always have the family and be part of the Greek Orthodox community at Kogra, but also they had their crops, seasonal crops. They would go in and they bought a house all concrete at the back.
No. No.
And there was a pool. They filled it in. They built a retaining wall around it.
Of course
So
they
they
did.
get the deep soil. You know, we'll talk about that, Nick, with your lime. Anyway, so they were busy every day, just attending to chickens, attending to, and then they're eating organically.
Yeah.
Do you know? And they're eating the Greek or the Mediterranean diet.
Yeah.
Essentially with olive oils, with fetas, with yogurts, with, you know, all the vegetables, the olives, cucumbers, tomatoes, grapes. Used to have
That's what
grapes.
it's all about.
We used to have watermelons growing out of the front yard concrete.
Yeah.
You know, you eat the watermelon seeds all of a sudden, and then they exploded because all the heat facing the northern sun.
And what's all that white paint they put underneath the tree?
Oh yeah,
Is that to stop the merminga going up? Is that what it is?
Well, that was actually to stop, I think, originally to stop things like plague, because it was asvesti. So I'm not entirely sure what the whole deal was, but it was actually done for health reasons.
Yeah,
initially.
right.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just put it down. There were some superstitious people.
Well, I mean, there's that part of it too. Because
Definitely.
I don't think people are using asvesti anymore to do that sort of thing. They're just using white paint, like papu, whatever paint's on hand. So ceiling paint, whatever the fuck you got, mate,
Yeah.
that's what you're painting it with.
And then it's water based, and all of a sudden it's
That's
on
it.
your hand later. The other track, you're sweating. You go, "What's that? It's just a wall."
That's it. Well, look, we're going deep into this, and we haven't even had a bloody
Yeah,
Tsipouro
I think
yet.
Yes,
No.
I think
So-
we need.
But look,
we
just
need
on that as well, we had so many other sponsors which we haven't mentioned. We should mention.
We should mention, yes.
So BH Legal.
Yes.
They sponsored us during the year. Meet the Greek we've mentioned. The Kalimnian Association.
Ah, yes.
Those boys came out and helped us out. KST buses as well.
KST, absolutely.
So they were really good. So thank you, boys and girls. We really appreciate it. But look, I think we're ready. Young Peter Antonio.
What are we doing? What are we doing first?
All right. What's on our form list?
Well,
Well,
there's actually not really a guide other than in the Ouzo episode we took a strategy where we went from lowest percentage to highest percentage, and having a look at the range we've got, nothing sort of changes between 40 to 42%. Nothing goes higher. So
Which is interesting because Tsipouro, by and large, you'd think it's far more alcoholic. It isn't.
that's the theory. And
So
that's
it's healthier for you.
it's actually healthier for you,
Absolutely.
less alcohol. It's probably cleaner. But again, look, Ouzo's got aniseed. We talked about what they've got and the different spices that, and we'll go through that, but the different spices we had in Ouzo are similar to what Tsipouro has as well.
Absolutely.
So,
Right,
so there's no
what do
real
we want
theory.
first?
Let's just grab that one there.
tallest one. Tallest
The
bottle.
tallest. Beautiful. So,
Okay.
Pete's cracking the bottle. What's that?
I don't have that one
You don't have that
I
one
got it. I got
on the
it.
list.
Not in your form guide. Doesn't
No.
matter.
I got
That's
it.
okay.
It must have been a gift.
Here we go. So, Pete. Vittorio
So,
Spirits, Tsipouro.
Vittorio 8 Tsipouro Platinum Drop, 40%. Interesting story.
Come on,
this
Stephen.
one. Actually,
Nice
Stephen,
bottle.
you brought me onto this one.
Yes.
You told me there was a sale on.
At Aldi.
No, where was it? Anyway, I
It was,
can't
on their
remember the store.
it was on their website.
He
It was
said,
on the
boys,
website.
there was it's a fucking sale for Tsipouro. Remember you sent us a message?
No. Bunnings had stocked this Tsipouro.
Not
And-
Bunnings.
No, not Bunnings.
Bunnings.
Dan Murphy's.
Dan Murphy's.
had stocked this Tsipouro.
At
Bu-
Rose
Bunnings
Brewery
for
or
alcohol.
something.
And it was on sale.
It's a hand
Yeah.
sanitizer.
They had that, and believe it or not, they had Veka Raki Tsipouro for
Yeah.
$42.
Okay, so
So this is a this is an Australian Tsipouro, would
Is
you
it?
believe? Guy called Tom Anastasios
there you go.
Christopoulos. He left Kalamata when he was like an 18-year-old, and he married a Spartan. And they went to Adelaide, and they created the Vittoria Spirits. It started in 1946. I don't know if they started at 1946 or Vittoria Spirits started at 1946, and they took over. And they won a couple of awards as well. 2019, they won the alternate tasting spirit in Australia. And the Tsipouro we're about to drink won the award, best Tsipouro in Australia.
Have they
can't
changed
pick-
their name recently? Are they still Victoria Spirits?
That's what, I don't know. That's what the bottle says.
I can't pick what this smells like.
It smells like aniseed. To me,
Another
it smells like Ouzo.
Yeah.
Yamas.
Cheers,
Yamas.
boys.
Is that?
Oh, this is going to be messy.
Okay, it's a bit of burning sensation, which you got to have with your Tsipouro. It can't be
Absolutely.
too smooth.
On the
I can taste
finish,
the ethanol.
On the finish, it's got a sweet aromatic taste. Again, we talked about curvature. Remember all those points, and it sort of hits your harshness, what you're talking about. But then that finish comes back, and there's like an aromatic sweetness to it, and it's hard to pinpoint. This isn't traditional Tsipouro.
No.
No, it isn't.
Fuck, should we try a bit more? No, it's all right.
Maybe
Okay.
not.
I'm still going through mine. I didn't just scull it. That's what you're probably burning, Nick.
It's like once you drink it, it's like a gassy taste comes up, like a fire comes
It's
out.
the aromatic. It's like a floral aromatic sort of. There's no spice to it. There's no.
No, there isn't. There's
There's no
nothing unique about
nuttiness
it.
to
It's
it.
not offensive. It's
No.
definitely not offensive.
No.
I think it's palatable
alcohol.
to
It's,
multiple people.
it's definitely alcohol. You
Yeah.
know that. But
I don't mind it.
Would you stock it? Would you have this as an everyday?
I've had it.
Yeah,
I've
you
gone
could-
through a few bottles.
Would you be disappointed if you had this as an everyday?
No. So like I said, I don't drink as much. So if I had one or two shots of that after work in
I'm still
winter,
going through mine. And
Beautiful.
I got
That would be okay.
an extra dose of mine, my glass. So I'm just.
I
testing
don't know
it.
what else we can say about that one, really. Like Stephen says, it's not offensive. It, it's got the alcohol taste that you're, the spirity,
Yeah.
the spiritiness, I
Yeah,
guess.
not bad. I don't hate it. I'll drink it. It's a good staple.
Okay, the staple.
Yeah,
Let's say that.
It's a good staple.
All right.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
And do you know what? Like, to be honest, if you introduce it to a female, that would actually be a really good one with its floral notes. They like drinking their gins. They like drinking
True.
those sort of flavors.
Okay.
That's got that aromatic taste like a gin.
True.
So
All right.
And
well,
apologies for that munching in the background. It's us just munching on
you're going to hear a
bits
lot
of
of
the
that
barbecue.
today.
So
Yeah, it's
Look,
All right, well, let's move
Tom,
on to the next one.
If Tom Christopoulos is listening, you're more than happy to send a few bottles up to Sydney.
I didn't mind that one.
actually,
Yeah.
yeah, he's in his
Also,
80s
that
now, but
actually
his
wasn't
kids
too
are
bad.
taken over, I'm sure.
All right.
So good old Tom Christopoulos from Kalamata.
Very good.
Done a
okay.
good job, man.
So
I
we
think-
are now on to...
Actually, should we talk about Tsipouro in general?
now that you've brought it up,
Yeah,
let's,
Tsipouro
while we're
I think
pouring
we
this
should have
next
maybe
one-
started off with this, I think, because Tsipouro in general, they call it what? Tsikoudia.
Yes.
They call it Raki,
Mm-hmm.
Rakia. What other names have they got for it? Grappa. Italian called it grappa.
even the Lebanese.
These shots
have
are
their
already
version.
getting bigger.
What do the Lebanese call it?
Sorry.
They call it arak.
Arak.
Yeah,
Arak.
that's it.
Well,
Arak.
arak is more like ouzo. It's
No,
not...
it's not apparently.
No, it's the same
with
as
Turkish
this.
raki. Turkish
Turks
raki.
call it raki.
Raki is actually there.
Raki.
It's a Turkish name.
Yeah, but it's ouzo. If you have traditional
Arak
Turkish
is more
raki,
like ouzo.
Mm.
In
Arak,
fact,
yeah,
the
it is.
arak that I've had...
I don't think the Turks and people in the Middle East have. I might be wrong, but say a grape stem or a grape-based
Yeah.
spirit. I think most of their stuff's flavored with
Well,
aniseed.
the Turkish one definitely
okay.
does turn white when you add water to it.
Well,
Yeah,
then that's
okay.
with the aniseed.
Yeah.
Have we actually got some water here? We can try
Yeah,
these
we do,
ones.
we do.
No, there's no water on this table.
Oh, okay. Good.
Whatever bottle you see, it's full of alcohol.
Okay, so just to be clear, so Tsipouro, Tsikoudia, it's all made from the same things. It's all made of leftover vine leaves. After you've made wine, grapes, all that sort of stuff. So it's the seed, the stems, the
Shitty
the
grapes.
pulp.
Any grapes that weren't wine
Anything, yeah.
appropriate.
So they take that and they boil it. From that, you get your Tsipouro.
You distill the crap out of it.
So what it is, yeah. So everyone makes the wine. They use all that,
Yep.
and exactly what you said, Nick. It's all the leftovers,
Yep.
and they go that next level.
Yeah.
Now, Nick, where did it originate from? Do you know?
Okay. Whoa. Massive call.
It's
Forty's going to tell us.
Hang on.
I feel like
Okay,
Forty's
so,
ready to
no,
tell us.
it definitely it's controversial. So I know what you're going to say. A couple of monks in Mount Athos in the 13th century,
yeah.
they've got
The claim to it,
they've claimed to it.
but
However,
the Greek Tsipouro, yeah, not the Raki. And I'll be honest with you, I tasted Rakia before I tasted Tsipouro because Michael Bardo is Serbian.
okay,
My neighbour across the road, and I was a groomsman at a Serbian wedding, and all they do is drink rakia from the morning for 3 days. The drums, the flags,
As you do.
and when I tasted that, and there was some, they actually make clear bottles with crosses in them, and when they're young, when the kids are born, and they drink it at their wedding. So they've actually got those traditions, which is amazing. When I tasted Tsipouro on our side, first time was homemade. Thilonida, backdoor job. He's made his wine.
The bathtub.
Which will have some.
They're not monks, are they, Nick? I don't know.
after a couple, they may claim to be a monk. I don't know.
Yeah, true. But Serbians have got it. Croatians, the Italians with a grappa. I've actually bought grappa, beautiful grappa from Italy. I brought it home.
Really?
It was amazing, yeah. And they've all got all the unique flavors. And I bet you, out of today, all those flavors that have actually grown with the industry are probably present with rakia, with grappa, all that. So
Okay. So I did find a article online, and it said that again, everything goes back to the ancient Greeks. That around 500 BC, they distilled grape marc. What's MARC? I don't know what that is.
what was that?
And they had a
Grape
name
marc.
for it.
Marc.
They called it trima.
That's the leftover. That's
So
the
that's-
reference
yeah, that's
to
the leftover.
leftovers.
Okay, so they call it trima. If you Google the Greek drink trima, Trimma, it comes up. So it could even go back as the ancient Greeks, but then it peels off to the Greek Orthodox monasteries started it
Yeah.
in the 13th
So
century.
it's
With-
Greek.
with-
Everything is Greek.
Was it 2 monks or 3?
So now we got the war between, is it the ancient Greeks that started it or the modern monks that started it? So
Yeah.
They must have been distilling like well before
Yeah.
the
Well,
modern state.
they're skilled winemakers apparently. So being a skilled winemaker, obviously you got the leftovers.
Yeah. Because when you read history, like we should have asked Paul Cartley, but when you read
ask
ancient
him next
history,
season.
yeah, we'll ask him. That the hardest drinks they had was non-watered wine. So they had wine that was watered. The Athenians had that, but up north, the Macedonians, the tribes in Epirol, they all had wine with not watered down. That's the real hard stuff. That was
It's interesting because that was the 14th century.
There's a
And
big
you're
gap.
talking 500. Yeah.
There's a massive gap there.
Even just look at the movies. You know, the gladiator, they're drinking their wines.
Yeah.
You know, so you go and hang on a sec. Surely they would have made Tsipouro after this.
Yeah.
You know, did they have the
Interesting.
Just as a
backyard
side note,
job
the
distilling?
soldiers in World War II had it as well, apparently, on the front line in Italy. I'm having shots at Tsipouro.
Well, the Australians tried it as well, with the Cretans, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
They developed a taste for it.
Exactly.
Okay, well, then that's our first challenge. Hey, something's happening there, Foti. We don't want to lose that meat. Oh, no, it's still going.
I think one
So
chicken
I guess
did drop.
for our listeners out there, Tom, that's our first debate.
I think we might have to pull it
Have
up.
you got any evidence of Tsipouro or Tsikoudia or that type of spirit being around in antiquity?
That's a great question.
If
It
anyone's
is a
got
great
any
question.
info, so how accurate is what we've just said, or is it? Do we take it back to the monks? So is trima, was it a thing? A Greek drink called trima? Is that a true thing? Was it such a thing? Because every post I find it on, it's on a Greek website.
You're right.
So
There you go.
Greeks
I'm
have
going to look that
claimed
one
it.
up, Nick. I'm actually going to research that one now.
Yeah,
Didn't
okay,
realise
you
that, but
should.
it did
But
spread.
these monks,
It did spread after the 14th century. The 15th century just went berserk through
Yeah.
Greece.
Yeah, that's everywhere. All over the internet, it says
Yeah.
that. Orthodox monks in Mount Athos, sitting
Yeah.
up
There you
there.
go.
Fucking Palikaria.
And like it went through all the
doing this
islands.
stuff, bro. They're making Tsipouro.
Yeah. We're talking about the soldiers drinking it in Crete. I remember back in August when we were playing Oztag, I pulled out a bottle. That's the way we got rid of inflammation at half time.
Strength and
did.
courage. It's all about the strength and courage.
We did. That was our secret weapon.
It's
You were meant to tell anyone that.
anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, I know, but it actually, you didn't feel a thing after game 3 of the day.
No.
At half time, you just hit that, and you're like, going, "Yep, I know it's my last half of the day."
Yeah.
And Pete's laughing because he knows.
Yeah.
He's been there, done that in his time, and
But that's a true
That is
story.
real high performance.
that
right?
is. And then you need to get hold of the water straight after that because you dehydrate like crazy.
Yeah. We no joke. Half time came in. Fucking Foti brings out of his sports bag bottle of Tsipouro.
But the mini one. Look, I didn't bring out the big
Because
one.
boys have a shot, so having a shot of this. Fuck. But honestly, I didn't feel
way
anything.
better.
Yeah,
I
mate,
went
creative,
numb.
very creative,
Yeah.
very creative.
I wasn't achy. I wasn't limping. You know, I ran straight.
Mate, can you imagine the head of high performance at the Dragons or the Parramatta or the Broncos saying, "Mate, just get some of this into you. Forget the pickle juice, the cramping and all that sort of shit, mate. Just get a Tsipouro into you."
Is it performance enhancing though? Would you get into trouble?
That's a great question.
Did our performance enhance?
Our
It'd certainly
confidence,
numb you.
our confidence enhanced. Whether the performance did, I don't know. We felt like we were playing better, but whether it happened or
Let's
not,
try it next grand final. Well, look, we do have another bottle here. We've poured it. Everyone's had a bit of a sip now. So Creta Raki, Creta Raki,
I forgot.
Crete Tsikoudia.
Been able to see.
Tsikoudia.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. Mate, this is one of my favourites, actually. This is very spirity, but it's also got a really unique sort of grape flavour.
it's traditional.
It
That
is.
is a traditional.
This is lingering.
Raki. That is what I identify Raki as. Exactly
What,
this.
40% alcohol?
Yeah, 40 is at 42.
40%. 40%.
Yeah. But it's a
It's
great.
lingering. I like it.
So grapevines, grape
traditional-
seeds, grape skins. They all use that. It's what it tastes like.
I think this one here, because it says it's distilled with grape mash, which is there's no stems. It's
Yep.
just grape.
Mash. So
That's
the
prob-
inside of the grape.
So that's what the taste is. There's no stems. There's nothing to. It's just
Yep.
pure grape.
I would be happy to have that one every time I sit down to have a
Yeah.
Tsipouro or a Tsikoudia.
Yeah, that there for me is
That would be beautiful ice cold. If that was ice cold, that'd be
This
absolutely
stuff
gorgeous.
here
10
is
to
like
12
syrup.
degrees. 10 to 12
It's-
degrees.
It's syrup whenever you have this one.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Try a
brilliant.
bit more.
Actually, you know what? We've had this together, and when
We
it's
have.
ice cold, it
You
comes
introduced
out
me to
thick.
this one.
Yeah, or a lot
Just
of
a
that.
little bit.
Nick, and don't shoot this one, please, Nick. It's
Come on,
really a
Nick,
full
let's
bar.
see.
Enjoy it.
Hey, I think. Hey,
I think the meat's. I
I
think
think the
the chicken's definitely
chicken's
ready.
done.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
You can sort that one out.
Let
So keep
me
going.
sort that out.
This is called Creta Raki.
That's right.
Okay. What part of Crete does it say?
Iraklio.
Okay, the capital.
Brilliant.
Because I know in Crete they call it Rakia
Irakli.
and Tsikoudia. Do you know why the difference?
There is a difference, though, isn't there?
Is one like the Turkish version? and
Tsipouro, it could be. I don't know if there's another bottle of Tsipouro there. If it says grape mark or grape mash, because Tsipouro might be just pure grape, whereas in the Tsipouro might be with.
That's why we bring him on.
Yeah,
the
so
stems.
is the difference the skin versus the mash? Because we're talking the inside of the grape.
I think so. I think that's why it's got the grape flavour is more pronounced.
Yeah.
In this one.
So when they're making wine and there's their leftovers, and obviously they're stumping on it, you think of the traditional way they used to do it. There's got to be mash left over, surely.
Well, from the wine,
Yeah.
and that's generally what they're using to distill down afterwards.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that they're separating much of this stuff out, though.
Nah.
Because all of this stuff is made from the leftovers of winemaking, so I'm not sure that there would be, other than maybe taking out the stems or something like that. How much
seeds, steam stem seeds. That's what's sort of left over.
It's
There's
interesting.
pulp. It's obviously there's a pulp or that the inside of the grape.
I like this one.
Mate,
I like
that
it.
there, guys.
think it's good.
If you're looking for a true traditional rakia, I'm saying rakia because it tastes like rakia.
Yeah,
I'm so used to that.
I've got
flavour.
I've got a bottle at home, a backyard job from a Serbian friend of mine, and it's probably the closest thing to that I've tasted.
Yeah.
Okay, look.
Give me a
I'm
second. I've got to
laughing
sort
because
out the
me and
chicken
Tom are
wings.
fighting to what drink
No,
next.
I want to go with this one here because this one here. So we just went with obviously one from Iraklio that I keep. We've got some genuine shit here now, right? And this bottle comes to us, believe it or not, from Chryssa Prokopaki, who is the trade commissioner.
Trade
Here-
Commissioner to Australia.
Yep, from the consulate general here in Sydney, and she gave us this bottle specifically to try for this episode because her dad makes it.
Oh, wow.
So this is legit.
And you can hear Chryssa on our Brighton live episode.
Yep, she was on that episode. She is a lovely human being. Chryssa, thank you so much for providing this
She's
bottle.
beautiful. Go,
She
Chryssa.
is. We love you. I mean, the smell. Just the smell of this one here.
I've got to take
right?
this one serious.
It feels
Oh,
like there's some
wow.
honey in that
What's
or
in
something.
that?
I don't know. But it's definitely got a different smell.
Okay.
When Foti's done with sorting the chicken out, mate, he's going to tell us what it is. He's going to diagnose it.
Guys.
Mate, that looks outstanding. Holy shit.
The sugar content on this is definitely high.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it is sweet.
And that is peppery. There's a peppery
Taste
taste
pepper
to
in
that.
that.
Yeah.
I don't think the alcohol is up to 40%.
No, it's not.
It's a little bit less,
It feels like it is.
but it's smooth.
It
Very
is smooth,
smooth.
but it has character.
Yeah,
It's not like the other
pepper.
ones.
Yes, I taste the pepper.
There's something peppery about this. What do you reckon, Stavros? Oh, I like
See, I
that.
keep going back to the sugar content. I think it's got a very high sugar content, and that's. I understand what you say about the peppery notes. I can't put my finger on it. I think
Foti's
Fonti.
Oh my god! I just put it on my nose, and it smelled like the papa. We're gonna get on this here.
Oh, hang on a second. Is this the Brika smell again?
The-
The bolo. The bolo. The bolo smell. The bolo smell back.
We're talking about Papua New
Maybe we should
Guinea
ask her
earlier
how she
today.
brought it here.
We're talking about Papua New Guinea earlier today. Yeah, when I was at Papua New Guinea, the baula smell, the mothballs.
Mate, I reckon we should ask her how she brought it here. The bolo
Her
smells
dad
back.
sends it here.
In a bolo.
I don't know
Mate,
if he sends it in Baolo, but there's definitely
where's her
some
old man from?
character in
That
this.
is the
Where's her
Greek
old man from?
Rasi. That is the
She's from Crete.
church wine.
Don't know exactly where.
More, I thought she said.
Notes.
Rethim not
out
maybe,
of-
yeah.
Or Chania.
I can't remember. Chrissa, sorry, but
Sorry, Chrissa.
On the nose, it just smells like Benak Gidonisi at Easter. All right,
Come on, have
here we
some,
go.
have some. He's thinking about
Wow. That's okay. There was no curve. It dropped, and then you're right, Tom. You are right. The spice, there's
Peppery.
a peppery spice
Yeah.
to it, and it's not as grapey as the one that we just had. Yeah, there's a unique. Look, they would have distilled it with different herbs and spices, I think, in there.
it. I don't know what it is, but I fucking like it.
You know what? Respect to any man who has the time and craft to be able to do something like this.
But see, what we're
That
drinking
is
there...
quality, though.
Just be careful though, Tom. Like you did say that there's not high alcohol content.
You know,
It's probably distilled the right way.
Yeah.
It's actually so smooth,
It really is.
and it's look what
There's
happens.
probably no
is-
preservatives and shit in it either.
Well,
and
for sure.
don't forget, this is guesswork. I mean, you do have obviously the counters that can tell you how much alcohol is in the product, but let's be real.
Hey,
It's
Steve,
gritty, mate. It's
Steve, you know the
just
guesswork
guess
is?
it.
You know the guesswork is, we'll try it. Okay, let's see if we can make it better. Try it. And they're like, I've done it a lot.
so this could be a ghost.
Bravo,
This
Malaka
is-
Dovrikis.
Keep trying it just to make sure.
This could sneak up on you, mate.
Yeah.
I reckon it would,
Mate,
this one.
will take off. It could be dangerous. We don't know what alcohol
I'm
content
starting to
is.
feel maybe there's like
The
an
peppery-
hour delay after.
Well, SpaceX could definitely use this to power the
Definitely,
next Falcon
definitely.
9.
Oh yeah, mate.
Mate, if
Elon
your
Musk
papaki
will
ran
be-
out of fuel, could you use this?
Probably.
I think to all the listeners, we'd have to reiterate, it is very smooth.
Yes.
We are sort of taking the piss. You know, it is like rocket fuel.
It's actually quality. It's like a premium top
it
shelfy.
is beautiful on the palate.
Yeah.
absolutely
There
beautiful.
is a bit
agree.
of aroma in it, but it's really really fine. Like it's nowhere near like the first one.
Yeah. Don't forget, though, what we're having... Like, we're really lucky to have this one. Because if you're driving around Crete right now and you stop off somewhere, the Cretans are famed for their hospitality, obviously.
Absolutely.
This is the kind of shit they're going to be pouring for you. This is what you're going to remember. and we've got it here. We're very lucky.
Well, we've actually got 35. Is actually made in Crete.
It is.
So I feel like I'm driving in Crete. I'll go to someone's house and I'll go to the distillery. Why not?
Well,
Yeah, definitely.
Is that what we should be doing? Should we have another Cretan one to sort of
Yes.
compare and contrast? What do you think? Or do you want to mix it up?
No,
Nick?
let's go. We'll go there, and then I want to try the Zivania.
But it's
You know
called
what,
Tsikoudia.
Zivania,
It's called Tsikoudia though, isn't it?
No, we'll go another 35N. We
Yeah,
got one
let's
with
do that one.
honey.
That's
Yeah,
the-
go that one.
go
Yeah,
that
go that
one,
one.
yeah.
No, your right hand. That one. That's it.
Okay, so this is the... Is this the
It's
Ciro
the
one?
best. I love Pete.
We're staying in Crete.
We're going to stay in Crete now.
Carissa, thank you so much for sending us that bottle.
Thanks,
That was
Carissa.
outstanding.
Chris,
You're beautiful.
amazing.
Compliments to your father. Thank you
Your
very much.
dad, oh my God.
Mate, how good will be her future husband?
I was going to say, Stogamos o Carissa,
Oh my
θα
god.
χορέψουμε,
She's a
don't
good
worry.
catch.
Hey, Carissa,
This might be
make
taken.
sure, Carissa, you get the recipe and keep it a legacy because
I
that was
know.
amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Chrissa,
Nasa καλά.
beautiful.
Κύριε
you know what?
Προκοπάκη.
The first time I ever had Cretan Raki, I got to tell you a very quick story while we're
Yeah.
savouring this one. I was just outside Hanya with two of my cousins from here, and we stopped off in a small town and walked in literally to buy a bottle of water from a shop, and there was a papa inside the shop, and he'd obviously heard us talking amongst each other, and he stopped like, where are you guys from? And I said, from Australia, whatever.
Yep.
He lifted up his rasa, scrounged around in his pocket, and he went to the shop owner, took a 10, it was either a 10 or a €5 note, and he goes, get a bottle of this for my friends here. And they gave us a small bottle of Raki, and it was a small clear, you couldn't, there was no markings on it, there was no whatever.
Yeah.
They said it's just a gift from me. That's going back to the two,
That's brilliant.
to the Cretan hospitality. It was
Oh,
beautiful.
look, they're another level.
And
They're
we did it
another
the
level.
Cretan style, so we drove off and
Yeah.
drank it from the bottle.
Yeah, beautiful.
Just don't get on the wrong side of them.
Yeah.
No, I totally. Even I think the Spaniard. You know, have you heard of the Spaniard?
Yes.
He's a YouTuber. He's pretty big, and he's in Crete at the moment, or he was in Crete, and he released his series on YouTube, and he just got to see the Cretan hospitality everywhere he went.
Crazy.
Before he had his meal, the guy was making a coffee, and Spaniard goes, "Oh, it looks coffee." Goes, "Do you want it?" And he gave him his coffee, and then after he had his meal, he drove him around the village. He
Amazing.
did like a little tour guide.
Wow.
Yeah,
Philoxenia
I'll just
at
drop
its best.
everything to look after you. Yeah, amazing.
And there's no bias. Crete is
Yeah,
the best place in Greece. For
Yeah.
that. If you want to feel welcome and you
Yeah.
want to feel, you could
Yeah.
go there by yourself
Can't argue
and
with
leave
that.
with lifelong friends.
yeah,
I'm telling you.
yeah, exactly. That's why we're friends with you, mate.
Yeah.
Or is that your left
I'll-
half? Because you're half Cypriot.
I was going to say, I'll give you a hug right now, but how many
Yeah.
Tsipouro are we in?
Mate, we just started.
You know what? I
We're in
think
trouble.
1 point
4.
something.
And guys, I'm keeping an eye on the temperature.
Four.
It's 29 degrees, gone up a couple of degrees. I'm wearing a hat. I'm absorbing the sweat. But you boys, I can see the shine coming off. And I'm just thinking,
It's
I'm
still
sitting,
fucking
hey,
early.
relax. I'm sitting too
Nick's
close to the
looking good,
barbecue,
man.
mate.
Am I right?
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, the lighting on you is pretty good.
Yeah.
But these
Well-
two boys, I can just see the reflection coming off, and I'm going, Yeah, we're getting there. We're gonna start getting
We're
there.
warming up. We want to. The Lakias are starting to come out.
Definitely.
This is where you start to apologise to everyone now. All these listeners.
Yeah,
We'll start
sorry,
to go
guys.
downhill.
Yeah, it's already started.
Yeah.
Look, it's actually Merry Christmas to everyone because this is the last episode, is it?
Exactly.
It is the last
Christmas,
episode.
It
everyone,
is.
absolutely.
And
I've got my Christmas shirt on as well. Thank you,
Yes.
Caroline Roviti.
Caroline Rovithi, yep.
Yep.
We Can Do It. The Tsaruki.
Tsaruka. It's a rookie shirt.
How do you
Love
say
it.
it? We can do it.
We can do it.
You can do it. You can do it all night.
Classic.
Let's stick with the Cretan theme because
Yes.
we have
This, mate,
on Nick's suggestion, we've stuck with a 35N, and we've had a lot of 35N this
And
year,
what is
haven't
it?
we, Nick?
Because they got at least 4 or 5
This is
ranges.
the Musket of Spinner. Musket of
beautiful.
Spinners. So
Okay.
the finest artisanal
Okay.
Tsikoudia, it says. So this is going to be interesting because we just had the real stuff.
Musket of Spinner. So you know what musket is?
It's
It's
a
a
grape.
wine.
great.
It's
Yes.
a type
But
of
it's
grape.
a grape wine. So you're taking it out of that.
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
it. Because we got Shiraz as well, another version. So this is a leftover Shiraz, leftover Muscat. Spinners are type of.
Can I say, guys?
Didn't we cover that? I thought we covered that off.
Well, we did. We
Or
covered
you
that off back
did
in
the penny
Newsall.
just drop now?
No. We covered that off. We covered that off. But but it's like musket came up, and it's like, oh, hang on a sec. Musket's another wine.
It's
Or
another grape variety.
Grape variety that's made out of anyway.
is
So
I got to say, in comparison to the other one, so this one, we love
Yeah.
35N. We've
How
loved
do
it
you
all the
explain
time.
This, compared-
This is
So we're 38% here.
this is smooth. It is very smooth, but I feel like this has a higher sugar content than the last one.
There's
The
no
home-
there's
yeah.
no pepper in this one.
No,
There's
this
no
isn't
spice.
peppery at all.
I haven't tried this yet. I'm actually looking at the medals.
Okay.
There's medals here.
Is there?
In 2022, bronze medal.
Okay.
So the musket of Spinner
Yes.
got 2002. 2002, the musket of Spinner got a bronze medal
Yep.
in 2002 and 2000. That's right, 2022 and 2023. So this is actually a medal winner.
And you can understand why.
It's basically got there, musket of Spinner.
Yep.
And guys, I have served the chicken, and
Yeah.
Stavros just
No, it's in one corner.
This is fantastic.
All right, bring it over there.
we're gonna say Nick marinated. We'll get to this one, but yeah, I think the
Yeah,
meat's.
no, look,
I think we're ready to
35N.
go.
Thank
They got like 4 varieties, but it's Muscat and Spinner, so I think it's been one of our favourite ones.
Foti, mate, that chicken's outstanding.
Oh, can I have one
I
more?
didn't marinate it. I just cooked it.
Nick.
Nick's gonna take the
Yeah,
compliment there.
thank you. You're welcome, boys.
That's outstanding.
You like it?
Perfect accompaniment to this Tsikoudia.
Oh, the chili, and it's actually like
It's got a bit of a kick.
proper chili, but it's not too much. It's just enough to keep us eating. I think the Tsipouro is going to keep us eating, but
Oh yeah, bravo.
Pete's doing a good
Pete,
job.
what do you think, mate?
He's
Give us
handing
a
out
hand gesture
napkins
or
for us.
That last one's a beauty.
yeah, the green one. All right, I'm going to give this a go.
The sugar's fantastic.
Come on,
Look,
Foti.
I think it's safe to say anything from N35 Distillery is bang on.
Yeah,
They've really come, like, for us out of nowhere. It was a name that we had no idea about until the Greek Providor introduced them to us. And for us, they've just sort of taken over in a lot of ways.
yeah.
Hey, you
They
know,
don't 35N does not sponsor this podcast. The Greek Providor does.
it does.
You know what? I think about the last.
It's the only way to get
almost
it in.
10 episodes that I've been listening to with you guys, and
Yeah.
oh, what are we drinking today, Nick? And it's N35. And I'm like, drink fucking something else.
Yeah.
But now I understand why you guys keep coming back to it, because they
Yeah.
just they
Because
don't
it's
miss,
brilliant.
do they? They don't miss, do they?
They never have.
Yeah,
Well,
so
they're a bunch of mates. It just reminds you of us. Sitting around, and then they come up with this amazing recipe.
after the
That's what
Ouzo
it is.
episode, everyone would go to me, what would you recommend? What would you recommend? And I've just gone 35N because it's not offensive. So when you drink an Ouzo, some people don't like that long aniseed taste flavour after. 35N just, we talked about the notes, either it's curved or straight. That just hits stops,
Yeah.
and it's so light
Yeah.
and it's refreshing.
Thanks, mate.
And it's probably the best
Yeah.
Ouzo to have in summer.
Well, I did
With
catch up
ice?
with Crystal
Oh, yeah.
today. I said, how's your sales going? She goes, look, the 35N's taken off. So
Wow.
they aren't listening to us.
Yeah, they are. Wow, that's
So-
Look, it's and I think, and the bottle looks attractive.
Yep.
So when I showed my
Gorgeous.
wife Italian,
Absolutely
she's just
gorgeous,
like,
yeah.
"Mate, that is a gorgeous bottle."
Mm.
But the actual Ouzo itself,
Yep.
as an entry level, even for the younger listeners, mate, that's probably the best one to try. If you're sort of irking at not having Ouzo or not wanting to go towards it,
Mm.
try that
Yep.
at a party.
Yeah.
Your 18th, 21st, Greek, where you dance in Zibekiko.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if you want to feel like an old person and have it with Elias and with pickled octopus, mate,
Yum.
the best one. So
Mate, that chicken as well. Holy shit.
that it's slow cooked,
Oh, yeah.
dropped, and it's just come off crisp.
Yeah, we're warming up. But look, that
All right.
35N,
So-
the
so-
musket and spinner
so-
quality, I think that's up there. It's probably,
Yeah.
it's in our top
I think
three
it's
at
the best
moment.
we've had so far.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Probably.
flavors? Again, it's a floral flavor. But what's in
Yeah, it is.
what's in Turkish delight?
The rosewater.
For me, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting sense of rosewater.
Really?
Out of that, yep. And definitely grape. It's a sweetener. You are the sugar content. The sweetness is in there. That's maybe why I'm getting rosewater out of it.
Possibly.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
bloody good.
The second hit there, that there. Again, you've got that other one that we had, which is the
Yep.
pure Tsipouro that we
Yep.
know. And
That's
this
almost
is
like the benchmark. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not fair in some ways to to compare it to the stuff that you get
Yeah.
on the ground there.
yeah.
But at the same time, the 35N is like I don't want to call it mass produced because it's not really mass produced.
No.
But it is the best, probably larger scale representation of what's done on the ground there.
Yeah.
So we'll keep the homemade jobs, and the original stuff
mix
out
it
of
up.
the.
Because we have got
but the Tsikoudia, that one there. Sorry, Nick.
yeah, no, go for it, mate.
So there's actually different varieties of the Tsikoudia 35.
Yeah, because it's the type of grape they use. Because we've got a
right.
Shiraz version as well.
Do we have that here?
Yeah, we do.
I think.
yeah,
Why don't we
do.
try that next?
The
I think we
Shiraz
should try
version?
that now. Yeah.
35N Shiraz
Because
version.
they've got an
No, not
aged
that
one.
one.
They've got a Syrah. Not that we've got them all,
It's got
but
hardly anything in it, Pete.
All right, so this is the Shiraz one, yeah, Nick?
Yeah, Shiraz.
Okay, thank you very much.
I think this was our...
Oh yeah,
again,
we love this one.
Yeah, that's why there's not much left.
We've done a job on it.
Yeah. Crystal.
Crystal sort them out. There's hardly any left, to be honest.
Yeah.
To be fair, she's done right by us.
Mate, Crystal, thank you so much. I'm your biggest fan.
She's not a fan.
I'm definitely a fan
She
of
is.
Crystal.
I went
Absolutely.
yesterday to pick up some bottles. No joke. Her 3 kids come screaming down the driveway in their scooters and cheering on, and she's just there. Oh my god! I don't know how she does it.
Yeah.
Running a business. Her husband's got a panel beating shop. She's got 3 kids. She's got another little side business here. She's
Her
got
husband's
so
got a
much on.
performance shop. It's a car performance.
Is that
He
what it is?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
High
okay.
performance cars.
He's an artist. He's an artist.
All
An
right.
artist, yeah.
He
There
is.
you go. He's a good bloke, Nicole. I've
Top
met him.
bloke, Nicole.
Top bloke. Have you
Yeah.
met him?
Yeah.
Oh, you know him?
Yeah, top bloke.
Yeah, he's a top bloke.
Cheers, guys.
And the,
This
uncle,
Yamas.
and the uncle works there as
Yamas.
well.
My mic's dropping on me.
Thanks, Crystal.
Okay.
I think I've got a bit of
You meant to turn
kontosouvli.
up today, Crystal.
A bit of kontosouvli crumbs on
We're
the
going to have to
mic.
invite Nicole next. Yeah,
That's
wow.
it. That's a different
Fantastic.
smell.
That's it, isn't
That's
it?
it.
Fantastic.
That's the top shelf.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's a different smell to the
absolutely
one we've just had. The
beautiful.
musket.
100%.
This is why there's not much left.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Boys, what do you think of that
Oh.
one?
Yeah,
That reminds me of the Ouzo.
Yeah.
It's just a short, sweet, crisp
Yep.
taste. That's a summer. That is a
Yeah.
summer Tsipouro. You know, we talk
Yeah.
Tsipouro about winter.
Yeah, wow.
I'm glad I'm having this one
call,
right
good
here.
call.
Beautiful.
Hey, maybe if we should we have some more. Is there any more we can add some ice to it?
All right. So,
Again, this is
Hopefully-
where it gets dangerous with Foti, right? Bad influence.
does.
You know, it changes the profile of it totally.
so I'm already thinking, hopefully we get them sponsoring us next year, because I think that's the first thing we're going to ask for, the Shiraz version.
Crystal's got to bring it down.
Absolutely
A
brilliant.
box.
A case.
Bring
A
a
case.
box. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely. That's fantastic.
I would
That is-
comfortably
Far out.
all season drink this
Yeah.
and the 35N Ouzo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Comfortably.
Okay, the musket was good. This is better.
I
I think
hope
we're
so.
hitting close to
This
10
one
out of
feels
10.
stronger in some respects.
It's
not
not the alcohol
necessarily-
content.
That's a good question. What is it? Well, we've got a system going here.
Get
done,
these
Pete.
organised, these Pete.
38.
So it's exactly the same as
Hang
the
on.
other one.
Hang on, is that
38%.
58?
Oh, here, 38.
It's they put this artist sort of size signature on it.
All of
Yeah.
these are
It means you can
pretty much
drink
about
more.
38.
But that's probably a nice sweet spot, 38.
guys, whiskey.
That's brilliant.
Whiskey and
Like
the
42,
Ouzo.
what's whiskey?
46,
Ah,
50,
shit.
49, 48.
And what about the Ouzo?
The Ouzo, so Ouzo, the lower range was about 40, but they ranged mainly between 42 to 43. But Barbayani was higher.
Yeah.
So it was at
Yeah,
46.
Have they got a Tsipouro version? Barbayani?
Nah.
No, I've had a look online and they don't.
They don't. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah, that there.
Okay.
Mate,
Fucking quality.
Crystal, just make sure you stocked up for
Just bring
Christmas
that
because
in.
it's going to hit
I
hard.
reckon.
Yeah, bring that in. That's the winner.
Stavros, you look a bit worried about the barbecue.
Oh,
there,
I'm
mate.
just seeing that the bottom rod's bubbling, and everyone will know who does any type of barbecue.
Yeah.
When the meat bubbles, it's ready.
Can I just say, how fucking good is this?
That's so
Seriously.
good.
Seriously.
So good.
We're checking it all out from here. Oh, thank you, Pete.
Can I say,
You're a
if
good man.
someone told you, when you die, this is what heaven is, would you die tomorrow?
Yeah, that's
Done.
Yep.
I'd
Done.
be
There
okay
you go.
with this.
That's when I see the Dragons win one more premiership, but
So you'll be alive forever.
be around till I'm 100.
Hey guys, just to let you know, I got a message. Just read it on my phone,
Yeah.
and it reads like this. And he loves the podcast.
Okay.
He just said to me, "Do I need to pick you up from Brighton Ouzo Talk? Send ? Send paramedics ? So we've got his.
Wow.
So he's supplied. It's not his. It's his Bethero. No, not Bethero. How do you call it? His daughter married his son. Sorry, so my cousin's daughter married his son.
Anyway, I don't know.
Bethero. It's a Bethero.
Bethero.
The Bethero, yeah.
Yep.
So
Got
so he's got the Betheros
Boom checka wow.
at Tsipouro, and he's checking in on me. That's my cousin. He's just Ignatius. We talked about Caledonia Street. Yes,
great bloke.
Ignatius. Yes.
Good bloke.
Yes.
Solid.
So he goes, "Do I need to pick you up from Brighton Ouzo Talk? Send paramedics."
At this stage, pick
Not
us up.
yet.
Yeah, no, Pete, it's no one's driving home today. As for all our listeners,
Drink
no
responsibly.
one's driving home today.
Good on you.
Oh,
As you can tell from the sound,
Stavros
definitely no one's
just
driving home.
carving in here. Don't worry about the top of
give us a bit of that, Stavros. All right, so
Gomovica. That's what the Serbs call it. Gomovica? Gomovica?
So what is this?
Serbs call it
Is that water?
Gomovica. Sorry. Just had a,
I'm looking at my glass. It's nearly full. I'm going, man, this is the next one. It's pretty heavy.
should we try Zivania? Let's go Tsipouro.
let's go to Cyprus.
Now, I would say Zivania is a great entry level for people who aren't into clear spirits. The reason why is because it's made with sultanas, not with any type of grape mash or grape marc, so it's slightly sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot softer and a lot easier to drink. I mean, even my missus, who doesn't drink any type of Tsipouro, she likes Ouzo but would never touch Tsipouro, actually enjoys this. So it's good as an entry level. So
I've actually got a question to ask you, shortly.
Yeah,
So
is there
this
any
is
history
this
behind
is
it?
Keo.
So what-
This is Keo Zivania.
Where's it
So
from?
there is a bit of a story behind this, which we're debating with Stavros before. Let's have a sip
Okay.
first.
Thanks, Pete.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, that's strong. Okay, we're here.
I really like that.
This is
man.
45%.
This is the Serbian
This is
feeling I'm
45%.
getting.
They're hard men, the Cypriots.
So this is the outlier,
Yeah.
really, out of everything that we've had.
I actually like this too.
Yeah,
Why?
I like it.
I think because it's it's 45%.
Oh, that explains it. That explains it. And do you know what? Hey,
You can see who the men around here
yeah,
are.
can
Foti.
I've got a hair chest.
Oh, look, there's hair sprouting everywhere.
growing.
It's even growing on his head.
Oh my gosh, it's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Okay, so we had the Cypriot ambassador on the show.
We did.
And they were talking about the type of drink that you drink, the brand that you drink represents what political party you're from.
Yep.
So if it was
Left or
Kel,
right.
if it
So-
was Kel made, it would be you'd be aligned with one particular party, and if it was the other
So
one,
apparently there's Akel and Edek. They're the left wing, and
Right.
the
Yeah.
Disi and Diko are right wing. When I looked up, Kel was left wing, but you disagree.
No.
Stavros.
The only reason I say that is
Again,
so-
we're talking about 30 years ago, 1980. It doesn't happen
Kel-
now. Now it doesn't matter. We're talking 1970s, 1980s.
are we sure that it doesn't matter?
The
You
fucking
look,
internet told me
I think the best-
Malachias, then
I think the best way you have to approach it. So, Geo is owned by the Greek Orthodox Church. Now, the
Yes.
Greek
Okay,
Orthodox
well, that
Church
would
would
be
never. There's obviously a two-party system
Yeah.
in Cyprus, as it is here, Labour and
Yeah.
Liberal. The Labour Party equivalent over there is the Communist Party. Now, the
Okay.
Communist Party and the Church would never
yeah,
be on the same
You'll be
side of
aligned.
history.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why Geo is traditionally anyone. And when I say that,
Yeah.
people think, it sounds a bit silly, but if you got a Gafania over there,
Yeah.
they
I've got
will
some beauties
serve
for you. Yeah.
Ouzo and Tsipouro that is from the right wing party. If the
Yep.
if the Gafania is
Mhm.
part of the right wing party, so
Yep. Well, just on that, it gets even better.
here we go.
They do that with Coke and Pepsi.
Is that right?
Really?
Yes. Again, I've got to make a discllaimer. So we're
Before
talking
you
about
go ahead,
1970s,
I've got a-
1980s,
I've got
not
a
now.
question. I've got a question.
Yes.
Once you
Talking
say
the
your
mic.
thing,
Yeah.
once you say your thing,
Yes.
I've got a question.
Yes. I'm sure you got many questions.
I
for
do
me.
because what and look,
See,
the
that's
question
not
is
what does.
as you say this,
Yeah.
what is the distinction between the two parties? What ingredients do they put into the Tsipouro that's going to make it distinct? I've got my backyard Tahitian lime tree flavour versus my spicy floral.
So what he's trying to
version.
say is that there are certain herbs and spices that are communist.
Yes,
Some are more
that's right.
prejudiced than
Straight
others.
from Russia. I'm telling you.
Look, I've
Classy.
I've
Okay,
had the,
well, just to
I've-
wrap this up. Oh, sorry, go on.
I've had the Lowell Zivania,
Yeah.
and the difference is the label. There's no
Oh,
difference.
there's no taste. Yeah, I agree. No taste. But what it is, so again, I had here, so I don't know where I got this from. It was a blog. So again, take it with a grain of salt. Keo was on the left. They had, if you're a Pepsi drinker in the 70s and 80s, you were left. If you're
Okay.
a Coke drinker, you were right.
That's
Is that true?
That's
Yeah,
true.
good,
Yep.
perfect. All right, and the other one they used to debate over was Osprey. Osprey's
Osprey.
legumes.
Legumes, yeah.
Okay,
Right.
guess what the left used to have? So
If I guess.
if you had fasolia, you were left.
Okay.
If you had louvi, you were right.
So you're going to have glacier
That's
light.
correct.
You
Yeah.
can actually identify it by sound.
Yeah. So it's not only what you were drinking, it's what you ate. Malaga, he's left, he's right.
Αυτό σκλάνι
What's
είναι
that?
left.
Yeah.
Αυτός-
Αυτό
σκλάνει πολύ. He must be a lefty.
Δεν είναι δικός μας.
Oh, and Carlsberg is right, apparently.
Is it?
There you
Yeah.
go.
So Keo and Carlsberg is right, and if you're
Yep.
drinking something like Leon,
Yeah.
you're a lefty.
Wow.
Okay. But not now.
No,
not now.
it's like that now.
Still now.
Yeah, even when
Shit.
it goes from their football, everything from
Really?
their football teams
Really?
all the way down. Yeah.
Stavros,
Wow.
so is there anything else? 'Cause
Like
you-
for example, you go to a choriol
Yeah.
and there might be two kafania. One kafania will be painted blue and white with
Yep.
a Greek flag. The other
Yep.
one will be a lot more simple with, say, red on the gutter. Like
Yeah.
the gutter would be painted red. And
Yeah.
that's
Is
how
that
you know
Olympiakos,
it's
is
the-
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just left and right. Red is for left, while blue is for
So if you
for
drink
right.
Geo, do you prefer blondes or brunettes? Like, how does that work? Because it
Where
seems
do
like we're
blondes sit?
divvying
Are
everything
are
up.
they real blondes in Greeks? I don't know if there's any real ones.
I know where redheads would sit now that you've said that, but what about blondies?
We've divvied
Poor
everything
redheads.
else up.
But it doesn't matter. If you look at, again, we're probably going off topic. If you look at US politics, we're looking at, say, Republicans, they're red. But they're not really left.
No, it's just
And then
that's how
blue
it
is
over there.
Democrats, and they're not really right. So, I don't know.
If you
That's
really
how they
want-
split it in Cyprus. It's like, this is not a red state or a blue state.
Maybe
It's a
Americans
single
got their
state.
colours wrong.
This is a fasolada state.
You're a fasolada, you're a luvi.
Sklani, that's it.
Probably-
Sklani,
probably-
get the alo.
Do you fart a lot when you have luvi, or a little bit?
yeah, that's
Luvi must have little sneaky farts, sneaky deadly ones. Fasolia, mate, he's a lefty, that guy. Ooh.
Hiroshima.
But you know what? It goes back to politics, and I think politics in people's lives. What
Yeah.
difference does it make?
Yeah.
You drink it, and you get the same shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's
This
that's
one
what
all
it
the
is.
same.
Yeah.
all
true.
the same.
Same,
or,
same.
or corruption.
Yeah.
Or corruption.
Exactly. And look, a big shout out to Stavros Nikolaou and Antonis Samutis who came on the show. Yeah, they did.
Samutis.
Samutis. How do
Yeah,
you say it?
samutis.
What does that mean? Here we go.
Samuti.
What is that? Is that Tsipouro?
Yeah.
Samutis.
Samutis. Pedro will tell you.
Pleats nodding. What does it mean? Miti.
Muti. No, like, is it like,
Oh, muri, like a face.
no, like muti.
It's like, why did the horse walk? No, what did the barman say when the horse walked into a bar? Hey, why the long face?
Yeah. Why the long muti? Just don't put a B in the front.
Okay.
Well, we
gotta
also
say
had
the good for the
Chupo
tournament.
when the guys
Okay,
were
so
here as
Gil,
well.
you're 100% it's right.
Gail is 100% right.
Okay, all right.
Any church organisation throughout the world, you're always going to
Yeah.
associate with right-wing parties.
Well, Pete, you're Cypriot. Do you agree with some of that?
Cyprus is an island of 750,000. I think they've got about 1,000 factions.
So-
And it's door to door.
So 75 people per faction, is it? Or 750
Yeah,
people?
no, it's about 1 to 10. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
something like that. 1 to, yeah.
So you're saying there's different flavours of left and right. So you're a little bit centre, a little bit right, and you're 10% right. And,
hard left or hard
okay.
So we've got about
Wow.
750 flavours of Tsipouro in Cyprus. Is that what you're saying?
Or Louis.
Or
Well,
Louis.
per
Or
thousand
Louis.
people, yeah.
Or fasolya.
Yeah.
Love it, man.
Bravo. All right, well,
Well,
done. So, Zivania, thank you.
We've been to Cyprus now.
But Stavros, Nicolaou, good luck. Actually, he's already in Israel. So he's the
Ambassador, isn't
ambassador now in Cyprus. So thank you for bringing that gift for us. We're still drinking it
he? In Israel, you mean?
in Israel. But he brought it here when he was on our show.
So he's got a big job on his hands right now.
He
obviously.
does. Mate, looking after all the Greeks, or the Cypriots, I should say.
Absolutely.
But he did. He goes, if we ever get to Cyprus, we should let him know because he's going to fly over to Cyprus and meet us.
We are
He said.
definitely taking him up on
Yeah,
that.
100%.
Mate, that was a dangerous promise he made.
Yeah, he's a good man. And Antonis as well, mate, doing a great job. All the Cypriots love you here, mate.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ya
Mate.
Seolus.
Yeah, well done, boy. This.
So where do we go from
Okay,
here?
Zivania Hill. That was
Zivania's done.
done.
Okay,
All
where do
right,
we
what
go?
else? What else? Should we mix it up a bit?
Should we do the Tiranavu?
The what?
This one here. Tsipouro Tiranavu.
Are we going to head up north?
Yeah, you can have it. Let's have it. I've already had it.
Oh, you've had it.
Yeah.
Not with
That's
much
for my
pleasure.
personal stash. But
Oh.
yeah, let's have it. Yeah.
Should we try it?
Yeah.
Is that
I'm
from
not gonna
your
say
part of the
anything.
world?
No.
Nick? No.
No. Ipiro are mad with Tsipouro. You know what?
Oh, look at this.
No. I didn't have one. I should have got a Ipiro
Guys, I
before
need
one.
you've got to know what we're seeing right now. Foti is standing over us with the skewer, ripping off bits of pork belly into
Oh
a
my
big
God.
dapsi.
All right, Tom, can you do
Wow.
me a favour?
Yes.
Wow.
I always say I'm going to take photos and we're going to post them, and we don't post them half the time. So can you make sure if I can post these,
You want me to put...
or one of us?
We will. We'll
How many
post it.
episodes I heard back said, "Oh, I'll post that watch." Oh,
Never happens.
The Kalimno episode, we'll post his watch, and we never did.
Oh my God,
This
that
looks
smells
really
so
good.
good.
Okay, so for our listeners out there,
Enjoy the
we got
charcoal,
the
makes a
pork
difference.
belly coming off, and it is just smells ridiculously well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Mate,
it's
Stavro,
hot.
look at you go.
He's done well. Oh,
Okay,
here you
so
go.
I have a piece right
thank
here.
you, mate.
That's really hot though. Ja, no, med technisch.
Oh, okay, the crackling's good. Okay, thank you to your dad, Foti, because he told me a good technique of how to get better crackling. So the pork belly I did have in the fridge overnight.
What was the? Was it just salted overnight?
Yeah, I marinated it.
Yep.
Salt. I got a special marinade. Salt. Left it open, not covered, and I took it out, and it was really dry.
Was it a wet marinade or dry marinade?
Dry marinade.
Yeah.
Dry marinade. Yeah. Actually, yeah, dry marinade.
That's how.
And the way you pierce it, he said, don't pierce through the fat bit. He goes, the fat bit's got to be on the side, and he goes, rotate it. So one part of the pork
Alternate.
belly alternate. Yes, exactly.
Need to have the crackling.
Thanks, wordsmith.
Sorry,
Mate.
guys, let me get to the mic. I've got my hands full. But the crackling needs to be on the outside to actually get that crackling. So the actual fat part. So, and everyone talks about how do you get the crackling? Well, mix them right. You use a dry seasoning. You got to dry it out. So I've learnt that from the Italians.
What?
So my wife's Italian. and
They
I've learnt-
taught you something.
they taught me something.
Can we delete this bit?
Yeah, probably. Let's delete this.
You
because
listen to
I get told that we introduce sex and we got taught by the Italians to introduce to the women. So
listen to
or
it.
every
How do you
time I
think
go
we
to Italy, it's
multiplied
the
it?
same thing.
We worked it out. We multiplied, didn't
That's
we?
it. Yeah,
That is one.
Tell me about Oshi Day.
it is. It's controversial. You look at it online. Everyone talks about that. It's just anyway.
Mate, Stavros here doing the making the sign.
You know when your papu turns his, and this is for all the papulis out there, when they turn their lip upside down and they just nod their head.
Or
Yeah.
turn in their grave.
Yeah.
Mate, that is outstanding.
It's salty, it's moorish, it's crunchy, it's crispy,
Okay.
it's everything.
Mate, that is
we've got it.
everything you
We've
want.
got it.
Yeah.
We've nailed it.
Give me a piece with the crackling.
People talk about it like with the crackling. There's two ways of doing it. You've got to have a high heat to get that edge, but then as the heat drops, that's what produces the inside. You need that cooked on the inside that way. So
What charcoal is that?
Heston Blemethol, he's a chef, and he's affiliated with Everdew Barbecues. And as part of his sort of series that he's produced with barbecues, he's gone and sourced, I think it's mango wood from Indonesia or is it Thailand or somewhere there. And basically what they do is they cut it down, they char it, and it's what you see today in that bag.
Before you say anything, what are we drinking now?
So
Yeah, what do we
Tsipouro Tiranavu
Yeah.
Mexicanismo, so it's got
Yeah.
aniseed in it. And Stephen's got some strong opinions about this one.
Shit.
Okay.
Absolute shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, look, I'm not
agree.
a fan of this.
No. There's probably a reason why I had it.
Hey guys,
Just so
I've
long.
got some advice. Guys. When you have something described by Stavro like that, what you need to do is change the profile. Lots of ice, lots of water, and
Lemonade.
get rid of the flavour.
Look, for that to happen, that means I need to put some more in my glass and do more of it. Nah, done, mate. Done.
Yeah.
Throw it
no,
out.
Shit.
Hey
Get
Pete,
his
you
shit.
served me nearly a full shot of this. Sorry. What's going on there?
Because you know what? I probably had it for years.
Pete,
I'm trying to
you're
get rid
right.
of it.
You're right. I always want the extra shot. You've got it right.
But listen to the crackling. Moving on.
Should we talk about them? No, we don't even mention them.
Nah. That was a bust, that one.
Yeah.
That must be Pirotica Tsipouro for
No,
sure.
Should we go to this one?
Larissa.
Laddie, it's
Yeah.
close,
It
mate.
tastes
Close.
like a
Nah,
shit
they're
Ouzo.
not Pirotica this, mate.
It's Macedonia style.
Yeah,
huh?
no.
Fucking mess.
Guys, that wasn't Ouzo. That
Like
wasn't
it is.
Tsipouro.
Yeah.
No, but it's got Glicani, so it's
They're very similar. It's shit.
if you're gonna call Tsipouro with Meglicani, so you might as well just call it Ouzo.
Ouzo, yeah. Yeah. So the foot aniseed in it, the foot of the herbs, cumin, all the stuff that's
so-
traditionally that's.
Larissa, you got some great Tsipouros there, but you lift your game with that one.
Okay, so we are moving on to something that I'm very excited about because
Ah, yes.
this one,
Legend. I love
this one comes
guy.
to us courtesy of one of our listeners.
Yes.
And we spoke to him earlier in the year. His name is Ari Pappas. Ari is a real estate agent here in Sydney. He loves the show. Ari, mate, thank you so much for listening to the show for a start. But, mate, going the extra mile
Yeah.
and say, Foti, what's wrong, mate?
I've just tasted it. I actually thought Pete was pouring me water.
It's
So I've
fucked.
sculled it. And I've just.
Smells good.
I've got to say, you know how I talked about curves?
Hang on, which one are we talking about? Are you talking about the last one? or
Ari's
this
Talking
one?
about Ari's one.
Oh, Ari's one,
Ari's one.
Ari's
My
mum,
God,
actually, from Thessaly.
yeah.
Do you know we talked about your hits?
Yeah.
And this stays. The flavour is in my mouth like it hasn't left
Well,
for a good.
It's
good, what,
very
30
herby.
seconds.
this is from Thessaly, right? His mum makes it,
Okay.
and his mum actually sells it up there, right?
But Ari found us at we've
The
seen him
Brighton
pop
Festival.
up. He always comments on our stuff. He's always there, and his son saw us from a distance. He goes, "Dad, there's Ouzo Talk. You always listen to them." And he came up. We had a good chat. I think we got him on the show.
We did.
And he said to us, "I was the one that sent you that Tsipouro."
And it's taken a while for us to get.
We haven't drunk
get
at
to
all.
it.
We've had a few sips. We've left it there. But
Mate, it smells outstanding.
Ari, you fucking legend. This is good.
I've already finished mine.
That's one of the
It's-
best smelling ones, I've got to say. Apart from
The aroma
we've
is
got our
beautiful. Absolutely
Okay,
beautiful.
there's something in that. There's something florally in
I'm
that.
getting a little bit of honey or something along those lines. I'm not
it's
sure.
sweet floral. It's,
Yeah.
it reminds me of the botanical gins. You know, like it's.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Could be a bit ginny.
There's definitely some craft that's gone into that. There's no, it's not just a straight distill. There's
that's
some
great.
craft
Yeah,
involved
good
in there.
call.
Yeah.
There's a bit of
And
common.
Tom, just feel
bit
the
of effort
taste.
in
Does it
that one.
hold?
Yes, it does.
It just holds
It really
through,
does.
and it doesn't stop. You still got it.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
it holds until you wash it out with a beer.
Yep.
And that's what I did because I wanted to try it again. I
Mate.
want to wash it out with beer. Try it, Nick.
Ari, you're
Yeah,
doing well,
it
mate.
definitely. So, what do you reckon the alcohol content of that is?
That would be high. That would
Pushing
certainly
50,
be higher.
between 45 and 50, I reckon.
45 and 50. Really, that high?
That one that we had, that 45 one, it's not as strong as that. The one that was 45, what was that one? Yeah,
That was a Zivania. That was
that-
Zivania. Was
yeah,
45.
that was. It's not as strong as that, but it's stronger than what we've normally had.
Well, I got to say, Ari, mate, your mum has done brilliantly. That is,
gorgeous.
yeah.
And it's different
Bye-bye.
from everything that we've tried so far, and I'm gonna bet you that it's different from everything we're gonna try tonight. And I'm gonna today. It's actually
Tonight,
I'm already thinking. I'm looking for a spot to move into your house tonight. I've got people wanting to pick me up. I said no. I'm moving in.
That's got to be among the best that we've had today.
That
Out of the homemade jobs,
homemade job definitely.
the homemade jobs are you know,
Definitely,
can I
are up
ask,
there.
35 and obviously is a different category to this. But this, like, there's a smoothness, but this here from a home job, amazing.
Okay.
I had another
Mate,
sip. Mate, that was really good.
We're doing pretty well here. We are doing well.
I think
I'm
we're
loving
washing it down with meat.
Yeah, I got to say the barbecue really helps because the last time with the ouzo, I mean, we did have the.
We had a good spread from Meet the Greek.
Actually, we did too, didn't we? We had
Meet the Greek went mad.
Yeah, we had seafood.
That's
Real
right, because
seafood.
We have seafood,
was
we
it
had-
you or was it him that was putting lemon in from under the octopus? On the
You got to try it with a little bit. It's just a spritz of lemon, you know.
You have to. Look, they put the flavors on it.
No, that's right. We mixed a bit of lemon juice in one of the ouzos with, but it was the lemon juice
Oh, yes.
that was sitting in the octopus.
the lemon juice.
This is
lemon
juice.
juice. Juice.
All right, let's grab another one. What do you reckon?
Okay, all done.
Yeah, let's
Let's
do
find
it.
another
We've got to
one.
be careful because Pete is topping up our shots with water.
So, and
I
guys, the interesting part, I
you got
love
caught out,
Peter's a
didn't
bit. Yeah, I did, and I love Pete's pear wenching roll. Sorry, pear. That means I'm drinking too much. I love Pete's roll. However, he's having shot for shot.
He is, mate. Pete, you're doing
And
outstanding.
so
mate.
all of a sudden his paws are getting heavy-handed. He's going.
There's a delay.
Yeah, I can't.
As soon as he
I can't
turns
judge
his
this.
wrist, there's a delay to pull
Yeah.
up.
What's the saying when you get drunk? You know, you turn your head and you're still looking at the wall. That's what's going on now.
It's like I'm turning. It takes about 5 hours.
Yeah.
to turn.
Actually, Stavros, can you do me a favour? Can you spell socks really quickly?
S-O-C-K-S.
Does it sound like he's speaking Spanish?
Eso sí que es. Ando con los pelos de sock here.
Hey,
You
Pete,
know.
this isn't going to end up on the podcast.
You know what a Spanish accent is? A Spanish accent is just a Greek accent with a lisp.
Yeah.
So if you're going to speak Greek, you speak Greek like this, but then when you put a lisp on it, you're going to get
You sound like a South American. You sound like American.
Are you from
I go to the house. I go to the.
From Barcelona.
But you take the lisp away. So I go to the house with my cousin Zim. You know,
so
it's
impressed with that accent.
the Barcelona.
Yeah.
So guys, we haven't had any lamb because
We'll get
Oh,
there.
we've not
We'll
had
get something
lamb.
good.
We've only had pork
No.
belly and chicken.
Yeah.
so lamb next year.
Fucking oath.
Bring it out.
If there was like a nuclear fallout, we'd just lock up and
Oh,
just
we'd
wait.
survive.
We would be, mate.
We'd survive. We'd be right.
That's the lamb.
We'll be fat. We'll be full of protein. The cannibals will be after us.
See the philoxenia from the Cabernet, mate? Look at
Yeah,
this.
I know. Pete, that's why he's my brother.
We're very lucky to have
We're
the
related
Cabernet
to
here
Pete.
today.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get him. I'm gonna have to put a mic in front of you because I want to hear your background. You
Mate,
gotta-
he's from Aradipu. It's a walking distance to Makuryon.
really?
Yeah, Aradipu.
Out of
So you guys are
Is that close?
neighbours.
So when you fly into Cyprus, you fly into Larnaca,
Yeah.
and then on you got the airport. On one side's Aradipu, and the other side's Jiti.
Wow.
Now, Aradipu used to be its own Chorior by itself, but it's sort of been consumed by Larnaca. But
Yep.
Jitutkes and people from Aradipu are very because they're historically they've always been close. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Okay. So it's in the occupied part now.
no. It's Larnaca Airport. It's right next to the
Oh,
international
but
airport. Yeah.
okay.
For our listeners, Nick's just grabbed a fistful of kontosouvli.
No, fucking Neanderthal style.
Yeah. You know what? Think about what you guys when you guys started this podcast. What was it about?
It was about this.
It was about.
But
It was
But
literally about this.
Yeah.
You know, during COVID lockdown, you had no escape, and it was conversation. It was just basic conversation about nothingness.
Well, this is the thing. Like, you remember,
Yeah.
well, people were watching old episodes of Stiniyamas
Yeah.
to feel
That's
as though
it.
they were at a party,
I
to
had
feel
that,
as though
yeah.
there was part out.
I had that on YouTube, just plodding around the house. I used to have that in the background
24/7.
24/7. It just got me going through because it wasn't just someone singing on stage. It was the people sitting there watching, and
Having a drink.
then they would stop and they would talk and they would drink and it filled the room, it filled the air and made you feel comforted.
And part
You
of
know?
it, you're part of that. You're part of that journey.
Yeah.
Part of that
Exactly.
experience.
But we've had so much good feedback on the podcast. There is rumblings. Should we announce it or what?
I don't know what you're going to say, so...
But there is rumblings of it could be a documentary in the works
Really?
Documentary.
Documentary.
There is
what's the topic?
rumblings.
What's
There
the topic?
is.
about the podcast, how we started, COVID, building up to where we're
Wow.
at today, and the guests we're getting on.
I think that's amazing. Like, and you guys have done an amazing job
Absolutely.
on this podcast.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous. It's a testament to your hard work and the fact that your passion You know, and we talk about legacy of grandparents and family, but you guys are leaving a great legacy that is going to be an audio legacy for a lifetime. And for me, like,
We hope
guys,
so.
great job,
Thank you.
Absolutely.
and we
Congrats,
can stop the
guys.
alcohol
Fantastic.
talking. And this is me
Yeah.
seeing what the work you've done and the diaspora, spreading the Greek diaspora around the world. We talked about, you know, all around. You know, we talked about our audiences this
Yeah.
year, all over America,
Yeah.
and like America's like, yeah.
That's what I was going to say. We've got a lady in LA. She was one of our first listeners. I apologise because I forget her name. She always used to write in. There's a guy called Jibber Kid.
Jibby Kid. Yep.
Tommy guy, mate, from where is he? Newcastle. Yep.
He's a
from that
Geordie.
area.
He's a Geordie.
Yeah, he's a Geordie.
Is it Geordie? Yes, I know Geordies.
Mate, he reckons, he goes, mate, I was cooking Christmas lunch for the family. I had you guys in the background. It was the best. Mate, there's people we've touched around the world. Me and you wouldn't have thought, but, you know,
Couldn't have known from the beginning.
yeah, we wouldn't have known. But it's just gone to another level. And for us, I think that's the biggest positive feedback we're getting. You know, people around the world being in touch with what we're saying, us reconnecting with our culture, and all that, what amazing things our people have done out there.
But not just that. The fact that we've been able to get the types of people that we've gotten as well. I mean, we've said it before amongst ourselves. We had no right to speak to the former head of NATO.
Yep.
We had no right to get Stephen Fry in here. We had no right to get Mark Burris. But we got them.
That's growth. That just shows where you guys are at.
And it shows the fact that there's a message out there. You guys are actually delivering a message out to the world.
yeah.
You know, about
And it is.
Greeks.
It's getting there. Definitely.
You know,
100%.
and a documentary. These guys, we're just a part of this, just on the journey.
You guys have been part of it since the beginning.
We have.
But we're like you guys.
are putting
We're
the
just a
hard
bunch of
work.
bullfeds like you guys. We just sit around with mates.
With emphasis on the bullhead part.
You are bullfeds like us, but you guys have done amazing things.
Thank you, mate.
And you guys deserve a documentary. Do you know, like it's all part of the story. It's all part of your legacy. I'm honoured to be on this show.
Yeah.
And Stavros, what do you reckon, mate?
So am I, and I didn't realise the importance of things in your life when last week I was talking to your Uncle Harry, Tom, and we were talking about the fact that the Steve Fry episode came out, and that's in amongst him trying to organise the funeral for his mother, and he was talking about
It was
that.
hard.
He was excited for it because, and you know what, I can understand why, because when he does have some downtime, he can listen to the episode and just escape for that moment, and I think that's the importance of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
Guys, so the one thing that Tsipouro does is actually bring out emotions.
Nah, it does.
That's one thing we're not short of on this podcast when it gets to this sort of stuff.
And I've got to say, guys, I'm ready for hugging. I don't know about you guys. I'm going to hug me,
I don't
Tsipouro, and you boys. Okay,
Love it.
Mate,
Love it.
mate. Thank you so much for what you've
thank you,
done.
boys.
for all you've
Yamas.
been here.
Cheers.
Yamas.
Cheers.
Pete. Yamas, mate. Foti.
Thank you.
Love you, boys.
Love you guys.
Good on you, boys. That was nice.
And on that note, we have another bottle. We've opened another bottle. This one, Stephen, did you bring this one?
No, I did not bring that one.
Who brought this? Is this from?
This is crystals.
crystals.
Isn't it?
Oh, that's from
Ah.
Batra.
This one's from
I've got
Yeah,
that.
it's from
I've
Batra.
got-
Have you got the written?
Sorry, guys, I'm running to get some more meat, but I've got the story on this one.
How
Do
good- how
I
good's
get the
Foti
meat
going?
first, or do we talk about this?
Get your meat.
You get the meat. We'll talk about it. So it's from Batra. I understand that they came from here initially.
Yes.
And what percentage have we got on that one?
On this, it's 40.
40%.
This
40,
one's 40.
solid.
Okay.
Did
I
anyone
love
get a?
Forty's memorised all this. He's screaming out from the back.
Do you know
It's
when
not
you get
done, mate, it's
Can anyone feel a bit of melly on the palate?
There's something sweet in there that I can't put my finger on, and I'm not sure that it's honey.
You know the problem with me is, as soon as you say something,
Among
I
many.
think I feel it. If you said, "Oh, I taste salt," maybe I taste salt on it.
I think I tasted honey in this. Can you taste
yeah,
it?
I think I taste it. So if you get in first,
Yeah.
that's where my mind goes.
Actually, you're right. There is something in there, Stavros, that I can't quite put my finger on. Thank you.
The carnivore, the man.
And I just
thing.
went straight in for it.
Yeah, just
Look at
He's a
that.
beast.
If we took another photo, it would probably be me holding
But
the
even a minute.
meats. And
This is
Stavros
for-
just
He's
pulling
just-
any
this is
meat.
for the
I'm
man.
going to get in my eye.
Fuck, look at that.
It's like
Stavros just pulling shit off the skewer.
Fucking help.
Yeah, for the boys, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's
There you
fucking.
go.
That's a money shot.
Yeah, try that
Okay,
one.
so we're on the
Yeah,
lamb. So
straight.
lamb's my
This is the
favourite
lamb.
meat.
It's the lamb.
Out of all the meats out there, lamb's my favourite.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, you got beef, pork, chicken,
And you
like
need the lamb
yes.
hot. We just got to eat it straight off.
Alright, we're fucking
It's like
hot.
lamb on chops. Try
What?
that. Yeah.
That is, I don't know what that fucking marinade is. That is sweet. That is salty. That is fucking.
What'd you put on that?
It's ridiculous, Nick.
I bought it from
Bought some.
oregano, pepper, salt.
Look at the cook.
You know what it's missing? Fucking lemon. Smash lemon on it.
Right, there's lemons here.
Man,
Oh, that's
There's
what
more
you're
over
drinking.
there, I think. Just smash heaps of lemon on it. Fuck, that's good. We've got some tzatziki as well, boys.
Get tzatziki with it.
Mate.
Na 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 na.
Nah.
Get
Get
tzatziki with it.
Man, that is so good. So what did you say you put on this? Salt, pepper, and oregano. That's it.
So, actually, you know what? I'll tell a lie. I don't want to give him a plug, but Souvlaki Boys had this pack that you put on lamb. I use that.
Yeah.
That's a Souvlaki Boy.
Whatever it is, mate, that's killing it.
I had it in Ziploc bags overnight. So marinated, chopped it up.
Try again.
Dry. So there's a butcher around me. They're really good, always fresh meat. I asked it for lamb shoulder deboned. So they took all the bones out. There might be a few bones in there. I chopped it up in kontosouvli pieces. Put this marinade, I can Ziploc bag, shook it in the fridge. I left it overnight.
And that is so tender.
Yeah, so there's heaps of things in there. There's just the basic shit really. Salt, oregano, heaps of pepper.
The key is marinating it overnight.
Yeah.
And just
This
keeping it
chicken.
that.
You think this one's better?
Yeah.
Really?
Cook longer.
I know Peter, buddy Oddy.
It's actually
they love shit black.
These are fun
It's
to
slower cooked.
True. When it comes to Kudaus, they want it crispy and fucking black.
I want to try the lamb.
Mate, the lamb's
I'm like you.
outstanding.
I like it crispy and burnt. I'm not in this
my
new
God.
age. It's good, isn't it?
Oh, the lamb.
Fuck.
There's hard bits and there's really soft tender bits, and the flavour.
Listeners, if you could have this, holy crap.
I think we've got it. We've nailed it now.
Yeah.
You have.
Barbecue, we've got it.
That's perfect.
Probably not
Well
too much
done,
tinkering after that.
No, I think you've nailed it.
With Foti's carbonara, I probably got the barbecue right at the right height as well.
I think we've got the best sort of combination here because you've done the marinating, right? Foti has essentially done the cooking.
Yeah.
You know, and your dad did the skewering,
Oh,
obviously.
and look, me and Dad are pretty much aligned with what we do. But yeah, Dad taught Nick's boys, and that lesson from my dad is going to last forever. Because
I said, boys, it's a degree in fucking barbecuing.
Yeah.
Go talk to Peter.
Can I say,
So Dad,
I'm telling you now, and Tom will fucking attest to this, we've gone away from the old school crunchy and dark colours and all that sort of stuff. And we've gone more to a bit more artisanal in the sense that we want the meat to be juicy and, you know, but this is, wow.
Mate, there's one thing
Wow.
about Greeks. We're innovators. We don't stop. And who said that in our podcast? Paul Cartledge said it. He goes,
Paul
Greeks,
said it.
yeah, they all say it because just being Greek, we don't sit still. Like if you look at Egyptian history, they didn't change for 2,000 years. The same building, same columns, but if you look at the Greek evolution through history, antiquity, the Dorian, the Corinthian, you know, the columns changed. We progress as a society, and I think as a people, probably deep down in our DNA, we're still the same. We don't settle for what we've got. We always try and progress. We always try and move forward. We don't stay idle.
I don't know. My nature is always to improve, always to be better than what I am. I can see with your guys, with your podcast, and growing that, it's the same thing.
Me and Tom talk nearly probably an hour every day in the morning. I mean, we fucking tinker with it. What do we do? What do we do? Do that. Do this. Do that. We're chopping and changing. You know, guess. You know, what makes a good guess, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We fucking literally tap away. You know, we enjoy it. You know, 45 minutes an hour, and then to one of us has got to fucking work. I've got to go out. I've got a meeting, and then that's it. Then we finish, and then we get and start the next day.
And that's amazing. And that's how you try and improve the podcast and try and improve what you're doing. And you know, it's not an overnight thing. It's something that grows over time, and you develop it and you try and improve. And that's like I totally agree with the Greek nature. I'm someone, and I had a chat to Tom about what I do in my life, and I'm always trying to improve, and
Yeah.
for the right reasons.
Yeah.
It's not about greed. It's not about trying to improve
Yeah.
something that's gonna
Oh,
make
you
a
are-
difference.
You're a true
you know?
testament to that. You and your soccer. What are you? You're managing coaches now. When I first spoke to you, you were sort of coaching, and now you're at a good level. You got your
Yeah.
full-time job. You know, you're raising a family. You know, you do so, and then you're on this podcast. You did that form guide for it. Your work ethic is fucking amazing.
Look, and when I commit to something, I try and commit to it 150%, and that's something to me. It's true to the people that know me, but that is my character, and but when it comes to sort of improving people's lives,
Yeah.
you know, whether that's through my professional career,
Yeah.
you know, I'm in the building game, and so I just finished off working on a hospital last 3.5 years, and do you know I been a koti from Kos. Do you know
Been a quota.
yeah, kota.
Yeah, chicken.
You know, having
Why are chickens so funny?
Nick, tell me.
Because.
So Hippocrates is from Kos.
Is he?
Yes.
Hippocratic oath.
What did the annoying
And the
chicken
tree,
say?
the 2,000-year-old tree that's sitting in Kostown, plus also the Germans found their first ever hospital built,
Wow.
400
True,
BC.
yes.
What did the annoying chicken say? Fuck off!
Yeah.
Sorry, Colin.
No, you're right. So working on a hospital for me meant a
Yeah.
little bit different.
Oh, so
Just
connection
going-
to costs.
Connection to cost,
that.
to medicine, to giving back to the society.
Mm.
One part, but when you said soccer,
Yeah.
do you know, like, especially with the female soccer
Yeah.
and female football,
Yeah.
and you know, you want to. For me, there's a legacy in, you know, females, and you know, we've got a male. Well, we're drinking Tsipouro, which is male dominant, right? And everything we do, and not many females drink Tsipouro. But with a female, obviously they give us our sons,
Mm.
they give us their reproduction,
Right.
And-
Greek women are strong.
and-
Don't let anyone fool you.
and-
Don't think there's a masculine. They're feminine, but they're strong women.
I've
They
seen
gotta
my
be
missus do a
feminine.
shot of anything. And
Yeah.
there's strength there.
so well, okay,
Yeah.
right.
I'm not going to comment.
No comment on that one. And the aim as a coach
Yeah.
for me is not about. There's girls that want to play at a high level. The girls just want to play. For me, if they can continue playing when they're 35 years old and got a passion for the game, I've done my job.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
No, done well,
You know?
mate.
That's it. So
No, you've done well.
anyway,
Can I just say, did we talk about this last bottle that we tried?
What was it?
The tipper from Batra.
Oh,
It's the
fuck,
tipper from
no,
Batra.
Let's try again. I
do you
missed
have
it.
that one, Nick?
Hey, nah, pour it again. I forgot what it tasted like.
Look, I enjoyed it.
That's it.
I enjoyed
I gotta
it.
go again. Should we put the meat in the middle now?
Is that? It's Gasso Tsipouro. I was
Yeah.
on it.
Okay.
I've done the research on
Talk
that
to
one.
us.
What have you done with
What have
this
we
one?
got? What have we got?
So the origins of this one, the business relocated to the foothills of Patras, which is the Chios, which is it's the same. The Gastro. Did we try this earlier?
No, we
No.
talked about it. We haven't.
Okay. So
I
it
think
was.
this is the first tipper we've had from the Peloponnese.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good call. Fuck, you're sharp.
Yes. No, we had
I don't know how he
Kalamata.
does it.
Gati
We,
serios.
we had
We
the
have some
Kalamata
Kalamata?
Sparta. That was the Kalamata Sparta one.
No, that's from South Australia. He was born there.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
South
yeah.
Australia.
Okay. Nick,
Still
I like
got
your
it.
wink. It's very
Still
cute.
got it.
All right. So,
Hurry up, but I want a sip.
so the business relocated to the foothills of Patras Castle in 1939 when the Hahalis family obviously had the distillery, relocated the business from Chios to Patras. His imagery included the prerequisites for laying down the foundations of successful businesses, commitment to quality, respect for the consumer, knowledge of extraction, so obviously that's the way you produce the Tsipouro,
Yep.
distillation, and a keen ability in selecting the raw materials, and of course the family secret recipes. So 40% straight up, and the notes that you'll feel, and hopefully when you're tasting it, is so it's a select grape variety. So it's not just one grape or like the muscat we had earlier. It basically says it's a select grape and it's a secret. Dynamically
won't tell
dynamically attest to their presence through the fair play of prevalence of the alluring aromas. So I'm guessing it's something to do floral. I don't know, but that
I
seems
can't
like
put
a
my
very
finger on what's in this.
selling point on their website. Doing so,
I like it.
it is
Yes.
definitely floral.
Yeah.
So one of
Yeah,
the early
definitely.
ones talked
Floral
about
aftertaste.
jasmine, all these different types of.
Yeah, there's something along those lines here.
And we talked about gin earlier. That is like
Yeah.
a gin aromatic taste
Yes.
to it. Do we do the Histrodulu?
Let's do it. Yeah,
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Hey,
Christopher
hey, hey.
Dulu is actually a soccer player who played for Australia on the left wing in the 2000s, late
Yep.
90s.
Yep, Eric Histrodulu.
Eric Christodoulou.
Socceroos, Crystal.
Yeah,
Ooh, okay.
this is his stuff. I think he's another Tsipouro, one of your boys.
They do their best.
So this is going to be, I'm guessing, over 40%.
Okay.
So his dad made
burns.
it. His dad Adam made it. And guess where, Nick?
Right.
Where in Sydney do we have the most Greeks? Or do we have?
Marrickville.
Marrickville.
Nailed it, Stavros.
Marrickville.
Marrickville, right?
Bloody hell.
So I'm sort
Holy
of.
crap.
I'm sort of related to him, and Tom's just gone punch in the face. Look at
Wow.
Stavros.
Wow.
Right?
You know what's
Compared to
funny
what we
about
had.
that, though? Okay.
I'm just smelling it. I haven't even
For a
sipped it yet.
start, this isn't cold yet, right? If this was cold, this would be 1,000 times better. It's great now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Whoa. I just
But-
a little sip.
Man, there's like a dark chocolate type of taste to this.
Yeah, it's so it's funny you say that.
Yeah, good.
So the notes
Funny
that I
enough,
got,
I taste that too.
and the notes, and the funny thing is the notes that I got were
Yeah.
it's
Did
like
he give you these notes?
yeah. Well, what? So I'm related to Eric in a way. My first cousin's daughter married.
hell.
You're right, Nick.
Mate, this is heavy.
Yeah, we had it at the wedding. So the
Feel
wedding
like a
was
dragon.
messy. The wedding was messy.
Smoke's coming out
So,
of my nose.
so my cousin Ignatius' daughter Katerina married Adam. So Adam is the grandson of the Adam that made it. So Eric is a soccer player. His dad.
Yep.
His actual sister, his daughter, Eric's daughter Angelique, who played for Apia last year. She's played for
Right.
Sydney FC, Western Sydney Wanderers. So they're a soccer family.
Yeah, wow.
They're also very talented in Tsipouro, right?
Clearly.
And
So
the
is
story that I
is it
got out
vanilla or
of
is it
this,
Tsipouro? I know Cypriot.
Cipro. It's Cipro.
and the story that I got out of this was
Talk to me.
experimented states by infusing aromatic herbs and fruits like cherries.
Cherry. Okay.
So that dark chocolate taste could
Yeah.
be
Cherry is very strongly associated with dark chocolate.
yes.
There you go.
See, I'm fucking good at this,
Mate,
aren't I?
Tom, you are big. Hey, Tom, I'm taking you out to a whiskey night. We're gonna go on a journey. I don't care what country we're in. We're in Scotland, Japan, even Tasmania. You're coming on the journey, Tom. Out of everyone in here, cheers, mate.
Yamas.
I'm going to finish. I've been having
Let's do
little
this.
sips.
If you want to break your heart, you know he doesn't drink whiskey.
He'll change his
He
mind.
doesn't drink whiskey.
He'll change his mind.
We'll change his mind.
He'll change-
He drinks Ouzo, Tsipouro, and rocket fuel. That's it.
So can I get you? I've got whiskey that's rocket fuel.
This is a traditional
got-
Tsipouro, in my view. This is what I grew up with. This
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, this is
That
hard,
is-
That's the strongest one we've
from
had
the
so far.
mountains. No filters. No fucking
So,
shit.
guys, there was
just
something
straight
else here.
full loaded.
Origins. An ex-footballer's dad named Adam engineered equipment with his neighbour in Marrickville to make Tsipouro.
Was his
Good
name
on him.
Serbian or something?
Well, I don't know. There could have been
His name was
Serbian,
Boris.
Greeks, could be
Good on
Russian,
Boris fucking-
Ukrainian, Chernobyl, something. I don't know.
I will
Could have
never.
been anything
You bullshit
nuclear
fucking.
because this is nuclear.
Dobre
fucking
compared to what we've had.
Kako si
I will
fucking-
never ever hang shit on any backyard job. This is
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
brilliant.
this is
Amazing.
beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
we had this at the
Powerful.
wedding at every table. On the wedding,
yeah.
which was last year, about a year ago,
Wow.
on every table.
quality.
Do they
And
leave
so
that
that's
is the
why I
most
asked for it.
Quality.
That is the most unique smelling one
Yeah,
that we've had.
It's
Yeah.
hard. It's got to be 46+%.
And I can't get
And it's
past that
burning.
dark chocolate
Yeah.
comparison.
And I taste it. And it's burning.
Gorgeous.
Right.
Oh.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Maybe fig
I like the
or
way you
something
took that
along those.
Yeah,
swing.
it's got-
That's what it felt like, a
it's
punch
got
in the
that
face.
heavy
Yeah, yeah.
fruit taste.
Yeah.
That heavy, like associated with cherries and dark
Yeah,
chocolate.
definitely.
Like a sugar
Good
that's
call.
heavy.
Oh, that's good.
Like
That is a
cocoa.
punch in the face, but it's a good one.
You know how alcohol's paired with food.
It's a good fade out in the face.
You know
Oh,
how
yeah.
alcohol's
That
paired
you
with
enjoyed.
food, and you go, oh, you know, I'd have this with this and this with that.
Yeah.
This, if you've had a bad day at work,
Yeah.
and, mate, alcohol's no way to treat a bad day.
Yeah.
But if you needed to just have something just to give you that,
Take
oomph,
the edge off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just take that. That's the one.
Yeah.
That is just straight off the bat.
Yeah.
Come home, straight to the fridge.
Yeah.
pour it in a cup, smack it,
Brilliant.
go on with
You know
it.
what I want to do
Brilliant.
with this?
So, guys, are we going to America for a trip to,
fuck yeah.
to pick this
Yeah.
up?
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Mate,
Does he sell it? Has he got a distillery?
Nah, man. But
This
he's
is
got a
not
lot
legal.
of it because I saw it at the
I'd pay-
wedding. It was
I'd
like
pay.
every bottle.
I would buy a bottle of that.
Yeah.
Every table, and they had a lot of people at the wedding. Every table had the Tsipouro.
Yeah.
And he's coming up. Eric's coming up like Tsipouro. It's like I tried my Tsipouro. It's like you know.
You know
and
what
we're
I
just
wanna do with
going,
this?
Oh my god.
I want to get figs
Yep.
and I want to infuse it with this. Right?
Jeez.
That's nice.
And then stick a walnut in the middle of it and eat it like that.
Hey, do you know what, Tom? You've created
Wow.
the perfect Christmas
Oh, yeah.
Tsipouro.
You're touching the Rako
Cherries.
Yeah,
Mellow
well,
territory.
almost.
Cherries,
Because my
figs,
Thea, my
and
my
walnuts.
Yaya's sister does something similar with Ouzo,
Yeah.
where she gets figs and she infuses it, sort of lets it sit. And mate, that lends itself to this. It
Yeah.
absolutely lends
Yeah.
it because of that sort of, I don't know, there's like a dessert type
I know
of...
what you mean.
Yeah.
Figs.
It's the cherries.
It goes.
It's
Yeah.
a,
Something with
like
it.
he
Extra
mentioned
sweet.
cherries, and that part of it, like on the finish, we talk
Sicker.
about different
Sicker.
notes. It arcs up and plateaus that sweet flavour
Yeah.
through it. So, yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
Mate, this is the surprise packet of the day.
Can I?
Eric and sorry, Adam,
Another little shot.
Adam.
Adam,
Papu out on
mate, we have to. Can we get some more? Let's
Yeah,
get
I'm
some
gonna
more.
go.
Let's have a, I think
We
we
still
did.
And it's
got-
come in a wine
We
bottle.
still got seven. We still got 7 bottles.
Hey, where's the wine bottle come from?
It's a Chardonnay wine bottle.
I like it's got the label, like
It's
someone's
got like
got a
a
label
A-
maker out and
Yeah,
just put Crystal Duro.
There's put a crystal door on it with a label maker, but
Yeah.
it's
Crossed out
there's
the
also a
Chardonnay.
texture.
Just a little bit.
Guys, it's a wine label that's come out of a white wine bottle.
I would have been more convinced if it was white out.
liquid paper.
Yeah, liquid paper.
There's a texture that looks like an A, but it's not. Looks like a triangle.
That's just a cross. That's
That's
just saying.
Did he do it when he was drunk?
Turn around. And a mas. I don't know
Mas.
what that is. Christmas. I don't know.
Us,
Whatever.
no, ours. Probably
In
ours.
the Yamas.
The gomas.
The gomas. Of
Cheers,
doing
boys.
it.
Mate,
Jasas
To,
Bedaka.
Yamas.
To Crystal Duro from
Crystal
Marysville.
Dolo, bravo.
Bravo.
That's the door.
Well done,
Adam?
mate. Love watching you play soccer for Australia as well. Left wing, good cross.
Yeah.
Great
And he's a
cross.
good coach as well.
Mate, again, that is the surprise packet of the day. That one right there. Unbelievable.
You know what? All three homebrews, mate, they're fucking up there.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
And
Fucking
do
hell.
you know what? Like, so if you guys have got any homebrews out there that you want to try, send them in.
I nearly had another one for today. My cousin Nick, Arkudi, he makes one.
The
he makes
bear.
Does he actually?
He makes a mean Tsipouro.
Really?
Infused with honey. Nick's had some.
Mm.
Did we have it on the show? I can't remember.
Can't
It's
remember. I think we
fucking
might have.
brilliant. It's
Man,
brilliant.
that'd be amazing.
It stacks up to this.
Look, I love Melly. I love everything in Melly. There's a Melly festival in Andimarke in Kos where my dad's from.
Really?
That's why when we sort of, as a group, we decided to look at Tsipouro.
Yeah.
I went for the Melly one.
Mm.
And we're going to
So
try
that's
that
a
a bit
dessert.
later.
We will. There's 2 there, but I think I want to try the Dark Cave one. This is
Yeah,
Dark
top
Cave.
shelf.
So, guys, so
It's done in wood,
are
barrel.
we going to the darker side?
I think so.
Before we do so, can I try something else?
Ah, yes.
Tell
okay.
us.
Your perfume bottle looking
So
thing.
no, not that perfume bottle is going to be with the dark side,
Okay.
the purest.
Is that like the
So
Darth
there's
Vader side?
10 bartenders in Greece
Okay.
decided to go to an Athenian distiller
Mm-hmm.
and actually produce their own sort of Tsipouro, and they've been selling it, and you can buy it from
And where are they from? Athens, you said?
in Athens,
In
straight
Athens,
Athens.
okay.
So the bartenders just go, let's whack this together and have it
Mhm.
give it a go. So George is Pete's sorry George.
I like the
Pete's doing
bottle.
a great job.
Pete's the best. I love Pete.
So
Okay. Off the cuff,
Yeah,
I'm
right, Stavros.
smelling this,
Stavros is saying a little bit. Yeah, Les,
and I'm getting a very distinct gin.
I want to enjoy everything else.
aromatic.
Yes,
Very
this smells like
aromatic.
gin.
Yeah,
It
gin.
does smells like
Gin.
it does smell like gin, and then bartenders in Athens, they're some of the best bartenders in the world.
They really
will
are.
experiment and muck around with anything and come up with some of the most beautiful cocktails in the world. So the fact that this does smell like gin tells me there's a lot of craft, there's a lot of artisanal value to it.
100%. It's different from
Gin.
what we've tasted.
It is.
The funny thing is, I got this as a gift from Ignatius, who's linked to Christodoulou, his sister.
Yep.
Okay.
And they actually own a design company called Medusa Designs, Medusa Labels. They actually do a lot of labeling Greek.
Is that the guy that
based-
looks like John Philippus?
Well, they're going to do our Greek Oztag labeling,
Oh, okay.
right?
Well
So
done.
that's
Okay.
happening in the background.
Okay.
They're very creative family, very artisan family, and they bought me that. And They just said, you have to try this.
I would be very happy to have this in a martini
Yeah.
Oh,
with a green
100%.
olive.
Mate, a splash of vermouth.
Oh yeah.
Shaken with
Now
ice.
you're talking James Bond.
Dash of lime.
Mate,
Done.
those 10 Greek bartenders, as you said, Stavro.
There you go. It
that's-
actually says it on the back, boys.
What does it say?
Try an O Purist martini.
Fucking
There you
hell.
go.
Wow.
Fuck, I'm good, aren't
Who's
I?
got
You,
the
hey,
palate?
hey, as I said, Tom, I'm taking you on a journey. Every time I'm
That's
going,
no bullshit, by the
mate,
way.
mate, listen, I'm going to Scotland next year. You're coming, even if you don't like whiskey.
Look,
Your palate is
makes sense.
attuned.
It
Very
makes
well.
sense. And surely a
Thank you,
martini
Foti.
it's a great cocktail martini, isn't
It
it?
is.
It's got an olive in it.
It is now.
Mate, James Bond shit.
It's not a Kalamata.
It's a
Kalamata.
Kalamata.
shaken, not stirred.
Shaken, not
Shaken
stirred.
or stirred.
What did the Englishman call?
Here we go.
What did the Englishman call the lady with 3 heads?
Medusa.
Hello, hello, hello.
That's good. That's
Oh,
good.
Nick.
John.
Nick,
Oh,
that was a
cheers to
classic.
that.
That was a
Cheers to that.
classic.
Bravo. Thank you, boys. Just keep on saying like years, and these jokes will just pop up.
Jeez, I love it. I love it. So
cool.
I thought I'd throw
Classic.
that.
So James Bond,
Guys,
I
that
like
was a
it.
good sort of mixture before we go to the dark side.
It's like a.
I
I'm
think
glad
it's
we
just-
did
It's
that.
like a differentiator. I like
Yeah,
it.
it was like a separation, divider to go, you know what, we've tried everything else. This one here was out of left field.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
We're about to jump off the cliff. Fair dinkum.
Mate, and we still got like fucking 7 bottles to go.
I don't know whether we're gonna get through all of those.
All right, let's hand pick. We got at least.
I think we have to
3.
now.
We've got to go to the dark. We've got to go dark side.
We gotta go dark now.
Yeah, put them to the side.
So when we say dark, it means something that's been aged
We
in a
will
barrel.
try them.
Should we do the dark cave now?
Yeah, go dark.
Dark
cave.
cave and the other small
perfume
bottle,
Yeah.
the aged bottle.
Yeah, go that one. Go
So
that
the
one.
dark cave,
Yep.
we've had this before on the show. Actually, Nick
You
Andrew
guys
Tarkas
have, yeah.
brought
World
it
War
to
II
us.
episode. Yeah.
Yep.
But this particular bottle comes to us courtesy of my brother-in-law, Stavros Rakos, who
man.
gave me this
Stavros.
bottle just before I left Greece this year. And he gave it to me for Easter. Now, this is a barrel-aged Tsipouro. I mean, the smell. Oh, okay. This is unique.
So when they say barrel aged, it's been put into a barrel which is absorbing the flavour that the barrel had in it.
And
So
the tannins, I
Whatever
suspect as
tannin,
well.
yeah.
whatever wood it's taken on.
it's the wood,
yes.
but also so some of it. So we talk about
leftover wine that was in there.
yeah, but if you look at whiskies, for example,
Poison
they
it up.
they will distill wine in that, and then
Yep.
they'll and even port, and it'll absorb the flavour out of that,
Correct.
and create Tsipouro. So this is unique.
Stephen's impressed.
Mate, the way he reacted,
I've
I-
just melted into my seat.
Trying to,
Look, I was going to say a rude word. It started with O,
Unfortunately-
orgasmic. It was amazing.
Mate,
That's
that.
the bad thing about a podcast. You can't record his reactions.
I know, right?
Yeah,
very
hey,
You
animated.
can just imagine, though.
Stavro,
Stavros is very
Stavro,
animated.
the way you reacted to me, I'm taking you on my whiskey journey as well.
That is quality.
So if you think this is quality, I'm going to take you. Let's just do something mid-year. What do you reckon, Tom?
Yeah, I'm in.
We'll do something mid-year. We just go to Japan, or we go to Scotland, or we go to Islay, the island of Islay.
You know what we should do? We should
Go to
be
Tasmania.
we should be
Tasmania.
inviting Mark
We could do
Burris.
Tasmania.
Best
We
whiskey
should
in
be
the world.
inviting Mark because
Yeah.
Mark knows this shit.
So is
think
Mark
it's-
will Mark
Mark's-
get him to 100 years old with this?
Okay,
This
Mark's
is-
got a company called The Bird. Have you tried his whiskey, The Bird?
Yeah,
Where's it?
You'll
Okay,
try
Tom,
some.
talk
You'll
to
try
me.
some.
we've got a bottle of
Okay,
it.
he's
Here.
got
Okay,
there's
I'll
a
give it a
vineyard
go.
in South
Before I
Australia
leave.
somewhere,
Yeah.
and he sent us up a bottle. It's like $200 a bottle. Quality.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like Japanese whiskey.
We only
Is that
bring it
easy?
out for very special
So it's,
occasions.
but it's Japanese. Sorry, hang on.
This is Australian, from
Japanese
South Australia.
style.
South
whiskey
Australia.
in Australia.
Yeah.
South Australian whiskey. So the climate. So what's
That's
the
not
age?
that's not a good whiskey climate, really, is it?
Nah.
No.
It's not, but this
It's-
stuff's pretty fucking good.
So
It's
look,
the waters
look-
they use, and it's the barrel they fermented.
Yeah, and the age makes a big difference. So in Tasmania, you can age things at 5 years, 7 years. It tastes amazing.
yeah.
Even
Look,
even
if we get to this
even
light, I'll
southern
bring it out.
Victoria, like there's a town Timboon. I've had the Timboon distillery is amazing, and their flavors that like the cold climate. Think about Scotland, how
Yeah.
cold it is.
Tasmania and Scotland are spot on.
It
Their
is
climate
the-
is spot
yeah.
on.
It is amazing that way. Adelaide depends. Barossa
get
Valley
cold.
have got great wine, but the whiskey.
Rubbish.
I went to
Adelaide
Hunter
Hills.
Valley earlier this year, and there was one distillery called.
All right.
Is it Whistle?
What
or
we'll do, I'm going to bring it out. We're going to try it in this episode.
Yeah, we'll try it.
Okay.
So, guys, I haven't tried this yet.
You haven't tried it yet. Can I just say,
I'm looking
with
at
this
your.
one,
I'd like to see your emotions because to me, the emotions of you guys give me a disparity. The one thing
You know what
about
it
me
is,
with
Foti?
alcohol.
You know what it is? Tom's got the articulate language.
Yep.
Fucking Stavros has got the body language.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
body
yeah.
language.
actually.
The body language.
Your body
It's more
language
powerful.
made me go. This is
Yeah.
orgasmic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try this.
I nearly
So,
blew my
Foti,
pants watching it.
prepare to
Fuck.
blow.
It's the first one we've
God,
had from
I-
Central Greece, mind you.
I've
We've
got to
tried
say,
everything from
Stavro,
everywhere.
can you move out of the way?
Watch the manika.
So wait, wait.
It's a little bit of a whiskey taste as well.
40.
It
I'm gonna
is.
love
And
this.
40.
It's a whiskey taste.
Before
I
you
can
take a
smell
sip.
rum.
What do you
I can
reckon?
smell rum
Yeah.
off the palate, off the
40.
nose.
Okay, now that you said that,
Yeah, this is it.
the
We're
taste
going
that I
top
was
shelf
sort of
now.
getting, the taste that I was sort of getting was kind of more towards that tropical thing.
So Caribbean.
The,
Caribbean.
the kind of coconutty sort of
So-
thing.
so-
I don't know why the hell I'm getting that,
so
but
there's a Fijian type of what's it called? There's a rum that is a Oceania type rum. Don't know what it's called, but there's the Balvenie, whiskey, the Caribbean cask. I can smell those notes. I can smell those.
are you getting
notes.
that Caribbean thing?
I'm getting the Caribbean feel, the sweetness.
I don't
but
know whether
also-
it's because of the stuff that we've had before this, or whether it's
No,
just that in
it's the
isolation.
oak barrel.
So Tom, what we're at the stage now where when we try the heavier stuff, the unique stuff, you know the disparity between the clean white spirits to the dark to the brown spirits, the light brown spirits that have been aged in barrels.
But see,
Okay.
now I'm also getting... Okay, so including that sort of coconutty sort of thing,
Yeah.
which
the
is
rum.
funny because you think Dark Cave, you're not getting any of that. Brand-wise, you're not thinking that. I'm also getting...
Is it Malibu?
Yeah.
Malibu.
Isn't it fucked up?
Yes. It's
I
the
can't-
Malibu.
There's like a
coconut.
vanilla kind of taste as well.
I haven't tasted it yet.
Vanilla... Oh, you haven't had it yet?
Mate,
Go
I-
for it. Come on.
There is an aftertasty coconutty.
Oh my god! So from the smell to Caribbean, it is aromatic.
Yep.
And the taste holds, and it's sweet, but it goes back to the Caribbean rum flavor.
I don't know how. I can't understand
I can
how.
smell it. It goes. It's sort of. I'm gonna try it again.
Go.
It
Go in for
spikes
another
up.
one.
Look, it's a harsh spike because it is Tsipouro,
Yep.
but then it drops back slowly to a rum, coconut,
Yep.
Malibu type flavor.
This is not the way I remembered this one. It's not the way I remembered it. I prefer this now.
That there.
It's not as strong. I thought it was stronger.
Yeah.
You know,
Unless
I
we're just numb.
No.
Well,
I think
that's
it's,
why I was
there's
saying.
a backdrop. There's a
It's 41%.
backdrop that you
Is
didn't
that- is
have
that from
before the
Meteora?
first time you started.
Where's this from again?
Meteora.
Thessaly.
No, it's from
Thessaly.
Tricola.
What does it say Meteora on there?
Where?
The bottle.
Meteora?
I've got
Does
good
it?
eyes.
Thessaly there.
Tricola,
it does.
Tricola is very close to
distillery-
Meteora.
Meteora.
It's Central
Centre.
Greece. It's Central
Centre,
Greece.
yeah.
It's Central
Thessaly.
Greece. Yeah.
Thessaly.
It is. It's
Same
the
side.
only Tsipouro we've had from Central Greece. The rest we've had is from other.
Thessaly.
I really like the smell of that.
there was another one for Thessaly.
So it's 5
It's
years
a-
old.
Tilili.
It's a
Tilili.
dark.
Tilili was silly. We tried
Tilili.
earlier.
No, we haven't tried that
Is
yet.
it silly?
Haven't tried that?
Tilili.
No.
Pete, I'm looking at Pete. Pete's he's
Okay,
clutching.
it does
Pete's
say-
just,
it
Pete,
does
Pete's
say-
as drunk as us. I gotta say.
Okay.
Yeah, Tilili.
Okay.
We haven't
So we
tried that
haven't
yet.
had that one.
So that.
All right,
that-
listen,
so,
it says
so
here,
that is the,
Such
no,
as
some research.
raisins,
That is the
prunes,
first
bergamot,
Tsipouro from
fields.
Thessaly ever.
Yeah.
So, but
Foti. It says spicy like vanilla, chocolate,
Okay, so we got
nutmeg, combined robust but subtle body and smooth finish and fine aromatic aftertaste.
Most of the stuff that they've just spoken about there, you associate more with sort of wintry,
Tricolor.
yeah.
whereas the overall flavour that we're getting is kind of more Caribbean. It's more tropical somehow.
Yeah.
the
Which is
vanilla.
Hey,
bizarre.
was that your
Vanilla.
jet ski starting up, Tom?
That was my jet ski, yes.
Tom's
Sorry
Ferrari.
about that.
Welcome to Brighton, everyone. Welcome to Brighton.
Tom's wife's here to pick him up in the Ferrari.
That's it.
He's just going home over water. Thank you very much.
It's
Yes.
Tricolor. They produce that in Tricolor.
So you're right, Tom. You are right. Anything dark, anything whiskey, you associate. And you know what? We're drinking Tsipouro, which is the winter. Everything's winter.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the Ouzo with the ice.
Again,
you add
we've
that
done this
in.
wrong.
Yeah,
We've done this totally wrong. Yeah. But
that's right.
but it's so wrong that it's so right.
What else we got?
Who do I speak to about this?
Let's go to the perfume bottle.
Which one?
The order of.
Yeah,
it
mate,
was
we're
it
an up
June.
order.
Was it June we did the Ouzo episode?
Yeah.
Take it up with our producers.
Yeah.
I was into the
You know what
soccer
it is?
season. I was into the soccer season.
Let's
and the academy.
pretend we're in Northern Hemisphere. Pretend we're in Greece.
That's it. Just pretend. Just pretend.
Pretend we're in Greece.
So everyone, we're
Thank
just
you, Pete.
cleansing our palates now.
We were in the middle
We're
of
having
something.
some water.
Tom.
That's it,
But
Stavros.
our
We
one
gotta communicate what we're doing here.
All right. So
Because we got people like Ari driving to work. Thinking, what the fuck are
I'm
they
gonna-
doing?
I-
What the fuck are these
Hey, Nick,
idiots saying?
I want one of those.
which one?
The one the dark one.
Yeah,
the
the
dark
dark one.
cave,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
beautiful. We've gone through
Um,
it twice now.
I've got quite the
Thank you.
whiskey collection.
Mm.
If you ever come to
That's
my
right
house,
up your alley. That
if you
really
ever come
is.
to my house, there's a journey.
Well, let's just go to your place
We are
and
going to
do
go
an
to your
episode.
house. Should we do the whiskey one at
Let's
your
do
house?
it. Let's do it. Tsipouro. I'll do a lamb spit. I'll do a lamb spit, and
you-
we
are
will
you-
do it.
Okay, just for our listeners out there who
Just a
are
splash.
still listening, we're looking. You probably switched
If you've
off.
made it this far,
What the fuck are these idiots going on about?
you.
So we're going to
Oh,
drink the bird.
That's
it's
out
called.
of a.
The bird is a Mark
The
Brewer's
cask out of this one is
initiated
ridiculous,
whiskey.
guys. The bird.
that's the bird you're smelling.
Yes.
That's Mark
Okay,
Brewer's.
the bird is a
That-
South
that-
Australian wine distillery who got in partnership with Mark Brewers.
So
Which we're not having right now.
Yeah,
but
no, we
later.
will do that at the end. I want to have a go at the at the notes
Yep.
and trying to get the barrel right.
Yeah, I want to hear your version of that because I fucking love it. And I savour every sip of this.
So I'm smelling this new one. So this is Tsipouro aged from the Gatsaros family.
Gatsaros.
Tirnavos. And this is the one that we keep saying looks like the perfume bottle.
Yeah. So who you?
And I'm
you bought
getting
this on
pretty
Foti?
similar sort of notes
Gatsaros.
as the Dark Cave, actually. I'm getting more vanilla
We
with
had
this
the
one, actually.
aniseed version, which we virtually trashed.
There's
Yes.
Gatsaros family. You know, that was our go-to Tsipouro for years. Tom.
It was. You and me, yes.
The black label. The black
Yep.
label Gatsaros
Can't go
Tsipouro was
wrong.
our
Yeah,
go-to,
yeah.
and it was mate
This is
non-offensive.
nice.
You
straight,
put that in the
everything.
freezer,
Beautiful.
comes
Done.
out as syrup.
I had no idea they did an aged version.
So,
is really
so,
nice.
so, guys, you know how I got that bottle? I've got a whiskey family, and what's happened is my Greek family's become a whiskey family.
Wow.
Paul Papadopoulos, he actually owns. He helped design Amos Restaurant in Brighton,
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I met him.
and he's working on all the restaurants in Brighton.
Yep.
At the Novator.
Yeah, talking.
He
to them.
does Alpha Restaurant. He
Yep.
done.
I saw him at that
Arsenal.
Anzac Day.
You did.
I met him.
So
Good bloke.
he owns interior
He
design
goes for
as
Bulldogs,
DS17.
but
Okay.
yeah, so
He's
he's
a
all
Bulldog
right.
supporter, so
He's
we're
an
like,
8 out of 10.
All right.
and Liverpool on
maybe
top.
7.
It's just a double whammy. I'm just like,
Yeah,
ah.
fucking hell.
Anyway,
Paul.
so Paul, but he's an amazing guy.
Yeah,
Paul
he
is a
very
creative,
clever.
amazing guy,
Yeah.
and you see it in his. When you go to Amos Restaurant,
Looks beautiful.
and Amos is inspired by actually a Greek, a Kos
Sand.
beach, Amos Beach,
There you go.
and it's sand-based colours.
Did he do plus as well
Yes.
for Peter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he does. He did meet at Wineco, like back in the day. He,
okay. Yeah, I can see that.
So he
It's
actually
quite
used to
prominent in
own.
Sydney.
He actually used to own. I want to see if you guys know this. What was the Greek? And this we'll go back. Lycant,
Yeah.
right, Norton Street. What was the Greek? All Italian. What was the Greek place there?
Is it still there?
Mythos.
Mythos, okay.
So he was part owner of Mythos.
Well done, Pete.
Poor
Fucking Pete Antonio.
Pete. So
He's
so-
not drunk. He's not drinking enough, Pete.
nah, yeah, I don't think
Agility.com.au.
our Tsipouro
How do you spell
wench
it?
isn't drunk enough.
EDG. What is it?
EDG.
EDGILITY.
That's it. Well done.
So Paul Papadopoulos, Nick, you met him. He's a
I met him.
classy guy.
Great bloke. Classy bloke. He came with us to the footy. We had a massive day at the footy. What he does, he's fucking quality. The stuff that he produces, he's like an interior designer.
He's an interior designer and
He
he's
designs
creative.
restaurants, like amazing.
So he should do the studio, right? The next
Yeah,
distillery.
Wow. Yes.
The next
Now
distillery
you're talking.
studio. If we
Yeah.
could combine the Ouzo Talk into a distillery studio, and
Come
we
on,
get
mate.
We'd
and
look like $1 million
sponsorship.
Hey,
We'll be in
Paul,
the dark the whole
if you're
time.
listening,
There'll be Copper pipe work.
Copper pipe work.
Yes,
Copper
thanks,
pipe
Stavro. I am tanked.
That's
I've
good.
had so
That's
much.
good English.
Oh, shit.
English,
good
it's
England.
English.
Hey, English good.
But how funny.
Copper pipe work. Copper pipe work and the industrial feel that Paul likes to promote in some
funny.
certain
Getting worse.
environments. Like, but he also like the Amos restaurant is based on
Oh,
a
you made me
a
laugh.
bar in Kos.
Yeah.
I think
It's like saying, the English language. You know, you say
English.
seriously and then funny. Seriously funny. Which one is it?
That's me, mate. Hey, and if you get to know me, I'm serious
Tragic
and I'm like
comedy.
very
Everyone
fun
knows
guy.
you by now, mate. Everyone knows
Nah,
you.
you've
They
done
do.
well.
They
Foti,
do.
awesome. So, Paul, if you're listening, maybe Anzac Day footy. Listen, we're going to help you. You're going to help us sort out the distillery as well.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
We'll
give you a
we'll
good
talk
wrap.
about it. But
Yeah.
he handed. We were at his house.
Amos
and-
is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rama's
Yeah, it looks
boys. Michael, if you're listening, he's a good man as well.
Yeah.
I catch up with him for coffee. So
And the food is amazing. We've
Yeah.
been there, and the view.
Yeah.
What they're trying to build is the actual Greek islands.
Yeah.
So when you're looking out from Amos, you will see blue water.
yeah,
on the
Brian,
bottom
he's
of it.
going to take off next level.
You know,
Once
like,
they
and
finish
there's
their
a Greek flag
construction.
up already.
Yeah.
And
I
it-
saw that actually.
And those boys are look Paul and the guys that he works with, like
Yeah.
he's passionate about Greece. Paul always sends us a Greek mix of music. He's always onto it.
Yeah.
And he, as soon as I said to him, we were having a cousins night at his house. I said, I'm doing Tsipouro. He pulled the aged. And guys, what do you think of this?
Go on.
How was
This is
it?
actually pretty good.
This to me is very similar
It's
to Dark
similar
Cave.
to the other one.
Yeah. It's a whiskey. We're laid back.
It's-
You
I
want to
think
have at the end of the night.
It's less complex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A bit
that's
more
a good way to
blander,
put it.
but it's still a nice.
I like it.
I'd say 2 or 3, 4 flavors in there compared to 5
We're
or
liking the
6.
barrel aged.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what
I think we
happens
do.
is, with this
Barrel
flavour,
Yep.
it holds. Not like a homebrew holds smoother, but this holds like a bit of a wave.
Like a
The
smooth
homebrews
hold.
have more character
Yes.
in a lot of
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah.
These ones have more flair about them somehow.
Yes.
I don't,
Yes.
I don't know what it is. There's something more flary about the flavors.
Tom, I'm liking where you're going with this because I can taste that flare right now.
Yeah.
So it's like if you think about a parabola. In
Parabola,
maths, right? and
It's back, the curve's
we're
back.
talking about curves, but it goes up and
Yes.
down, and it keeps going up
Yes.
and down. And mate, I'm taking you on my journey. Hey, this guy does not drink whiskey. You are going with me.
He's very good with his words.
I'm turning you.
He's very good
Tom.
with his words.
You're gonna have
We'll have a good time with his words.
you're gonna force the love on him
Yeah.
like the
I'll
Indians
drink
do.
it.
Stavro, you're
Indians.
coming with me.
Yeah.
Stavro's with me.
Stavro's gotta be there.
Stavro, and Nick.
You know what it is?
Nick,
It's with
Nick-
these two. That's yin and yang. Like one does
Yeah.
the fucking expressions, one does the vocabulary. It's like
Yeah,
a
but
song.
just,
It's
you know,
beautiful.
I love these guys because I get to see the expressions of two different people, and
That's
for
the
me,
same
I can
thing.
taste both notes.
Yeah.
You can
I can
taste
see-
me and you can taste him.
I
huh?
could taste both of you guys.
It's
It
delicious.
sounds perverted.
You
but
like it?
We're both okay with it.
because we're Greek. Don't talk to the
So
Italians.
one you can listen to and one you can hear.
Like
It's
Stephen
the
Fry
same.
said, it's called Greek love.
Yeah. Stephen Fry. He
Yes,
loves
with a
those
Stephen.
boys.
Hey,
Hiya,
Stephen
Stavros.
Tiganismeno. Tiganismeno.
Do we give him a Greek name? Is it Stefano or Stavro?
Stavro. I don't know.
Stavro
I
Tiganismeno.
reckon he'd be at Stefano.
Stefano. He'd be a Stefano.
Stefano.
Yeah, but
It's not a Stavro.
hey, Stefano's more Italian.
We've got to get
Alright,
onto our last
alright,
couple of bottles.
Let's go. Should we just, what else?
So,
I reckon we should
I
try.
Which
I reckon we do
35.
two more. I reckon we do
the
two more.
age, 35 aged.
Let's do 35 aged,
Yeah.
and then let's finish with Racomelo.
Okay.
Because I think that would be...
Yeah, let's do
No,
that.
guys.
No,
the-
we're
gonna have
the
a honey
honey,
one.
the racomeno.
The,
I've had racomeno.
Have three.
Trust me.
Have three.
No.
Go the one you had
no,
first.
but I'm saying if we finish with Racomelo, it's fitting.
Yeah.
It's as a
Mate,
dessert.
That's a
that
good
is-
finish.
That one?
Yeah.
Have you had it?
Let's
Yeah.
power through these ones
Let's
because
go,
this is
boys.
getting
Let's
deep
go
now.
quick. Let's go quick.
It's
Alright,
so-
boys.
That day.
Fucking
So
hell,
this is the
let's get in there.
35 A.
And then we could do our whiskey
35
one.
N.
Yeah, we'll do the whiskey right at the end
Yeah.
where we can't taste. Our taste buds are finished. Okay.
So we'll give Mark Bruce 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Text him and say 10 out of 10.
He already knows what we think of it.
Hey, and just say
Hey,
the
40.
40 the connoisseur is going to
Yeah,
be
exactly.
like.
So while Pete's pouring, Pete, because we're in a beachy suburb, what do you call a
Hey, add some
kineza?
water before you do that. Do not waste
bad.
it
40.
because
Because we're in a beachy suburb, what do you call a kineza in a mayo?
mayonnaise. Hang on, can I say it properly? Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Oh dear.
You
This is descended now.
I shouldn't have told you that joke earlier.
See, I'm getting the same out of this.
And do you know what?
There's more vanilla in
boys-
this.
Tom, do you know, this
get
is
stuck
why I
into
like whiskey.
Yeah.
Get stuck into it,
Because
mate. This is
you go
really
on a
good.
journey, you go on an adventure. There's
Mate.
sweetness, there is aged. We have the Tsipouro flavours in a
Okay.
way,
All right.
but it is just.
Look, I think for me, conclusion, the oak barreled aged ones are fucking top notch.
They are.
They're another level.
Do you think that's a palate that's experienced? Like, look, we're all over the age of 30,
Yeah.
40, where we're all pushing that age.
50.
Do you think the fact that we're a little bit more experienced with our palate, that's why we enjoy it more? Because we enjoy...
We're not here to get drunk. We're here to enjoy it.
Exactly, that's
Massive
my point.
difference.
Because
Yeah.
if we were here to get drunk, we would have been
Yeah.
drunk hours ago.
Through my experience,
but
the
the thing is-
mature palate.
Could you
like,
have this regularly? Is this like
Absolutely.
a one-off?
No,
Or
no,
could
no.
you have this all night?
Look, it depends. If you have the
Oh,
bottle
mate,
based on
long.
expense, look, think about it, right? We're all middle class people, right?
Yep.
Based on expense, you'd have it.
Thanks, mate. Thanks
Once
for
every-
elevating us.
We'd have it every now and then,
Yeah.
right? But you'd savor it and you enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's
But that's
not
how
an every-
Greeks drink. They
Absolutely,
don't really drink
yeah.
to get
No.
pissed anyway.
No, they don't.
Yeah. We
So-
drink
so-
for the taste. And
so
this is top shelf now.
So the drink wise is you don't want to drink every day, guys, and we don't promote that part of it. Okay,
Yeah, responsibly.
responsibly. So, but you want
Just
to
once
take
in the morning.
You want to once in the morning.
Like sipping his.
But you want to take the edge off. Like, you know what, guys, you might have a hard day, and sometimes taking the edge off Tsipouro or something like that might take the edge off, right?
Absolutely.
And just makes you responsibly just have one shot, guys. One shot will make a difference. The 2 shots are going to go. Okay, I'm
You're
having
starting
2
to get,
shots.
You're
Yeah,
starting to get silly.
and that's emotional.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 shots emotional. 1 shot's just taking it easy. So,
In other words, Stephen, we've got problems.
but I'm talking about weekdays. When we get to weeknights, towards the weekend, Thursdays, Fridays, you're like, you know what, we're at the
Yeah.
back end.
No.
We'll have a couple more, and everything's a bit more laid back, and that's the Greek nature. That
Yep.
barrel aged stuff is stuff that you want to relax to.
Yeah. All right.
So
Perfect.
that's whiskey based.
That's good. So we're going to move on now to the honey-based Tsipouro. So we got the 35
This one here.
in.
Sorry, just
Yeah.
with these ones here.
Yeah.
They've all the barrel aged ones have pretty similar characteristics. Like they're all pretty. They're all
Yeah.
good, but I'm getting a very strong vanilla taste out of those. last
Vanilla,
two.
sweetness, honey.
Yeah.
Those flavors.
They're probably the in-between.
Before you try the next one, just cleanse your palate. And the reason I say that is
In
it's
terms of
different
water.
to what we've had. It's N35 with honey, and of course
it's
N35.
24% too. It's 24%.
It
alcohol.
is. It's
a liqueur.
softer,
So
but
this is 24%.
it's
So we're getting to the end of
N35
the
with
night.
honey, and the the honey is pronounced in. You can smell it, and you can taste it. Just
There's something
have
a
crack,
lot
have
more
a crack.
floral
Hey,
about
Pete,
this.
can you give me some water?
As a as a dessert to finish, beautiful. You have a nice meal
Okay,
to finish your
very-
meal with that.
mate.
Perfect.
Honey. Wow.
Again, that's another entry level Tsikoudia for someone.
That
who
is-
wants
How
a
good
little
is that
bit more-
after
That is a
meal?
festival,
Yeah.
festival of Meli.
You,
That-
you
yeah,
need it.
exactly.
From the nose to the
How
way
many
you
drops
drink
of
it.
honey do you taste in that? It's a good way to end the night. It's like a nightcap, sort of beautiful, sweet,
The good thing is as well,
Oh,
like
smooth.
honey from Greece in particular,
Yes.
you
And
can
you're right,
smell
it's a Greek
the
honey.
floral.
It's not an
element of
Australian
it.
honey. It's
Yeah.
a Greek
Guys,
honey.
It's not Capilano, mate. This is not Capilano
No.
honey. This is stuff.
Oh,
This,
fucking-
this is from bees that have been, swarming around on all sorts of different flowers.
And Greek islands.
Correct.
Greek islands have got different floral.
It's
it is-
definitely the
Okay.
sweetest one we've had.
Yeah.
It is, but there's one more.
Perfect.
We got roots.
So guys,
Oh,
so
shit.
before we go to the roots, what do you think about the 35N? So
35
Mate,
and
they're
does not
quality.
miss.
35 hand
I
is
can't-
top notch.
what do you think it is?
Default
I don't
any of
know.
them.
So it's the way they distill alcohol. So
Mate,
alcohol
they've
is
mastered-
pure.
no,
You know what it is? It's
Alcohol.
what I said earlier.
They've mastered it.
They're a
That's-
bunch
that's
of
all it
young
is.
mates that sit around like what we're doing, and
And
they're
just
doing
fuck
exactly what we're
around.
doing, and they're fucking around with it.
And the
What do you think of that,
alcohol
Malaka? What do you
is
think of Malaka?
distilled in a pure way, which isn't harsh.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what they touch, whether it's Ouzo, whether it's the Tsipouro aged, whatever they've got, and the honey based, it is smooth.
This is
Roots.
even to the next level of fucking
Okay, that's much sweeter.
They're very sweet.
And
This is liqueur.
This is like a fireball.
There's a lot of cinnamon notes in that.
Fuck, you're good, Tom. That
Cinnamon
is a
notes,
fireball.
yeah.
Hey,
Cinnamon.
Tom is coming with
Tom
me.
is
As I
good.
keep telling you,
Tom is good.
he is on my journey.
Yes, Tom
because
is
it-
good.
Fireball. The way you said it, fireball. A Greek version of fireball.
It's gorgeous.
Wow. Okay.
So, guys, I got given this as a gift probably about 5 years ago from the same creative people that gave me the Opurist Tsipouro.
Okay.
So, Medusa Designs, my cousins, that were like, they're all creative.
Yeah.
They gave me this. So,
That was beautiful.
so the canela,
Yep.
yeah, canela, and its
And
roots. And I've got neighbours and Greek family going, where'd you buy it from? Where'd you get it? I've had it for a while. And it's hard to get in Australia.
Okay, this is medicinal as well. So back in the day, if
Yep.
you're in the mountains and you're getting sick, they'd give you Tsipouro, honey, cinnamon mixed together, and they warm it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'd warm it up.
Yeah, that's it. That was their medicine. So we're drinking actually ancient Greek medicine.
And
Nick wants
you
me
know
to
what?
rub this on his chest every time he's got.
Can
My
I say?
back,
Can
my
I
back.
say they
If
did?
He's got a
some
hair
back.
on his chest.
There
too.
was scientific research behind all that, and,
Yep.
and they found it does make a difference to ailments such as flu,
Yeah.
influenza, colds,
Yep.
stuff like that.
100%.
It's found that it does shorten the length of influenza and the cold.
Mate,
Really?
couple this
Yeah.
with Verduzes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mate, you're on a winner.
So it's mate, mate,
So that's
We-
been proven.
we take the piss out of our ancestors that were Vlachisa.
Mate, they knew something.
I'm telling you
That's
now.
no disrespect of Lucky.
You know what? Because they had the time to experiment and work it out, and you know, think about it. They
Yep.
didn't just do it because
Yeah.
they did it because they tried it and it
Yep.
seemed to work. So
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
it
Can I
makes
say
sense.
though,
Trial and error.
I don't think this is a Tsipouro.
It's not Tsipouro.
I'm not.
No.
I'm not putting
It's
that
a
in
liqueur.
that
That,
category. Yeah.
It's a liqueur.
It's a liqueur.
And if you realise the spike, there's a spike at the end, and the flavour sort of just goes a bit like a triangle.
Yeah.
Comes back because the cinnamon sort of taste, but it's not harsh at all.
Yeah.
And,
Mate, the
and,
cinnamon's good. I like that.
And can I
Getting
tell
a double
you,
thumbs up from Pete.
Yeah, Pete's liking it.
Pete,
Pete's too drunk.
Pete, can I give you a tip, Pete? One thing.
Pete's like, I'm going to sponsor you for the whole season next year.
That's
now.
it. Hey, Pete's just going, mate. These guys.
We've still got the
We
bird
got one
right
more.
there.
The bird,
bird.
just staring at us.
in honour of Mark Bruce.
Just staring at us.
The
We've
Mark
got to
Brewers
have.
bird.
I think we should have the bird in honor of his dad.
Yeah, definitely. George.
In honour of
George
Mr.
Burris.
Mr. Yorgos
So,
Burris.
so what's the
Yeah.
story, Tom?
So unfortunately, well, funnily enough, Mark's dad passed away earlier
Probably
this year
shouldn't use the word
under,
funnily. Start it again.
under similar circumstances to Yaya.
He was
So they had a
close
similar-
to 90.
So there's an emotional
Similar
link to
sort
that.
of illness, unfortunately, a short illness that
Yeah.
unfortunately was the end.
Well, if you haven't heard, you'll hear it in the episode. He had cancer, but he didn't do anything about it. Let it go, and then just before he hit 90, he got riddled with cancer. It was too far gone, and that was it. But he left. What a legacy he left!
Oh yeah,
You know,
Amazing.
like three amazing kids, like Mark and
Absolutely.
his brother and sister, like added value to society. Mark's stuff hasn't
100%.
stopped. You know, he's had 3 boys, I think, and he's got grandkids, 3 or 4 boys. He's got more fucking great grandkid boys. So
we're going to
this
finish
guy,
this bottle.
yeah, we're going to finish it. Yeah.
What a
So
way to
Mark,
do
this
it.
is to George Burris,
It
legend
is.
from Rizes, amazing part of Tripoli.
Beautiful.
And he brought this whiskey, so we actually bought another bottle. This is the
So
second
guys,
bottle
what's the
we're going
story
for.
about this whiskey? So Mark has actually produced this in the honour of his dad.
He's gone
No.
he's gone in partnerships with a bunch of boys from South Australia who produce wine. I forget the wine label, but they've gone in partnerships and they've come to an agreement of having this amazing whiskey, and they've put it out to production. And it's doing really well. So have a sniff of that.
So here's the George
I love it.
Burris.
Mr. George Burris.
George Burris.
George Burris.
You know
Yeah,
what?
and Yaya Nikki as well.
Yeah,
Nikki.
Nikki.
Because we
Yeah,
lost
Nikki.
both of them this
Yeah,
year.
And anyone
Nikki.
else who's
And
out there as well.
I think
Yeah,
Because we had Billy Kotzes. He said his uncle, who was one of the last Greeks in a concentration camp in World War II,
There you go.
that passed away at 100 and something.
So listeners, if you lost someone this year, this is for them.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
Totally
you
agree.
know, we can feel it.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
and the loss, we absorb it,
Yeah.
and we feel it, and as part of the podcast,
Yeah.
Nick and Tom,
Yeah.
we are honoured that you guys are listening to this, and I hope you feel something about it.
Yeah,
We want to reach
and
out
we want
to
to
you.
say they're good deaths. Don't be sad. Let's celebrate their lives. You know,
It's not
anything
tragic.
over 80, mate, they've had a great life. You know,
Yeah.
80s, 90s.
And keep
you know.
keep the legacy going.
That's
You know,
right.
like it's all about
They were the
legacy, guys,
pioneers.
and we
They-
talk about legacy.
Make
in
sure
terms
you know
of
the
what we're
story.
doing.
Sorry, Stavros, you want to say something?
No, I was just gonna say
Yeah.
the legacy is what you guys are doing right now.
Yeah.
That's legacy.
Definitely. Because remember, we're the second generation of this.
Yeah.
So these guys came out, hard times. They produced us kids, and it's up to us to carry the
100%.
the mantle to the next generation, which we
Correct.
sort of are. You know?
Because I tell you now, you know what the biggest fear of Greeks who came to Australia was? That their biggest fear was the loss of the Hellenicism in their children.
Yep.
And
Definitely.
Yeah.
we're the children of the children of the children of the children sometimes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're carrying this on and doing what
Yeah.
you guys are doing with the podcast.
yeah.
It's not lost. It's
Yeah.
still there and it's
Definitely.
thriving. And that's legacy.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
legacy.
And the good thing about the
You
podcast,
guys-
it's there for life.
And,
That's
and,
it.
and
It
Tom
won't
and Nick, you
disappear now.
guys are thriving this. You
Yeah.
guys are pushing this. So,
Yeah.
Tom, my nephew came up to you.
Yes, he did.
In the middle
he
of
said
a
to me-
rugby league game.
Yeah,
You are the guy from
that's right.
Ouzo Talk,
Yeah.
and
He was
and-
lining up for the kickoff.
and he's 15, 16 years old. So guys,
I have
like,
to get a bedroom for these
so
two.
so
Oh,
you
right.
you guys
What do you
you
reckon?
We've
guys
connected this episode.
we are
You guys,
we are
Between whiskey and
So
everything
they-
else.
for our listeners as well, they're actually wearing the same T-shirt.
we are
Actually, we are.
we got the same chest. I don't have as much hair,
Yeah, I know.
but I wish.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Hey, but me,
Just wait till after. I'll rub some on your
me,
chest.
and Nick have had legacy. Now Tom, Nick's a bit jealous, so okay there.
We swing.
Tom, you can have him.
As the Italians say, I won't go there, but
Oh, dear.
Bloody
Well,
Italy.
Siniyamas, guys.
Sini-
Cheers,
Yamas.
boys.
Yeah, most guys. Thank you.
The bird. Love it.
so Mark Bruce, if you're listening, the bird is distinct to a southern Australian continent flavour that I've tasted before.
I've tasted the air.
We've spoken about this before, and the
It's as close as I've got to a Japanese whiskey. It
Yes.
talks about the clean waters they have, and you can definitely tell.
and there's a bit of that
It's a
maple
crisp
syrupy
taste.
sort of taste as well.
Yes.
They've done a good job of this. They've done a
So
Beautiful job of it.
and we talk about curves, and this hits. It doesn't.
I love a good curve.
Yeah, I love the good curve, but it bites back a little bit. It's subtle. It's a subtle bite back.
Yep.
It's a subtle bite back.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it.
And,
For me, it's a great winter drink.
Just quickly now, one favourite, really quickly, Nick.
Okay, the dark one definitely got my palate going. Again, if you had to break it up, I'd definitely go one of the dark ones.
Okay.
Yeah,
So barrel
100%.
aged, Foti.
Yeah.
So so there's two types.
Or the 35N, the honey 35N. So if we had to break it up in threes,
Yes.
the dark age, definitely. 35N, the honey out of the sweet ones. And the other one, we didn't have one of my favourites, the karaki.
Oh,
The karaki,
yeah, we
yeah.
didn't bring them.
Yeah,
the
we
karaki.
didn't
have
bring
that.
the karaki.
Otherwise, it's going to be the 35N. Surprise, surprise. You know,
Yeah.
the Shiraz version, I
Yep.
think.
Yeah.
Foti.
Key version, we've got the barrel aged, and we actually got dessert. If you think about that, so I've got to say, like we tasted a lot of the homebrewed Tsipouro, which I would take everyone.
They're up there.
100%.
Yeah.
The first one we had,
Christina.
From Krisa.
Krisa,
Yep.
Krisa, to your fan favorite,
To
like
Ari.
Ari, and to the Husadulus, guys. We
Yeah,
that was
brilliant.
a game changer too.
I agree.
So from a creative perspective, in the white Tsipouro, great. But the base Tsipouro, the second one we had, what was that, Pete?
The
That one there.
Krataraki, was it?
Yeah, the base Tsipouro.
Yes.
Krataraki.
I agree. That's a
Yeah,
brilliant one.
Tsikoudia.
Krataraki.
Krataraki.
If you want to go, guys, try the Greek Tsipouro.
Yes.
I'll go Krataraki.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Krataraki.
We go to the next version, which is the aged,
Dark age. Yep.
the dark
Barrel.
aged,
Yep.
35N,
Mm.
straight up, and
Good charger.
spirit from a spirit version. Both the honey and the canela are required taste. You
Yes.
can't separate that. You know, so if you're into honey, if you're into canela, honey is more of a sweeter taste. Canela is more of a gives it a bit of a spike.
Yeah.
Stavro, what do you think?
I can echo your words, but then I have to say the 35N Syrah has to be up front. It's far superior than anything that I've ever had.
So what was that? What was that base?
That's the red one.
The
isn't it?
Shiraz.
It's a Shiraz. It's a
base.
Shiraz.
Not the
it's made
muscat.
That's amazing.
Shiraz
Yeah,
berry.
that was beautiful.
Um,
That's the one that we've run out.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, nudge.
I
nudge.
wonder why,
It's good in
right?
Tsikoudia.
Exactly,
So the Greek
yeah,
profiterole.
exactly. But
Stock up for Christmas.
you have to give respect to the home brews.
Yeah.
The home
Mate,
brews.
they were quality. I was so impressed.
And you know what? They hit a certain nerve inside you. If you're someone that is sentimental, that has respect for who you are and where you've come from,
Yeah.
you've got to respect the home brews.
Yeah. But there's a thing for that as well. Every village in Greece has their own home brew.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So they're not really commercialized. They're not big in commercializing
No,
that stuff.
no.
But
anyway,
region
sorry,
too.
mate. Go on.
It's regional too, Nick.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Apart from that, I'd have to go with the Zivania. We tried from Gil.
Yeah.
Like I said to you, it's
Was that the
easy
punch in
to-
the face?
No, it wasn't a punch in the face,
Which
but
was
it's
the
easy
punch in the
drinking.
face one?
The Christodoulou one.
Christodoulou, but then
Eto,
Yeah.
eto,
But that-
Christodoulou. But
that-
look, the
but that was a good
Zivania,
punch
it's
in the
good
face.
because
Cypriots lean to Cypriot. I get
no,
it.
no, it's and it's not being biased. It's
Yeah.
it's easy
It's
to
your
drink.
palate.
It's relaxing.
true.
It's
Cypriot
easy to
palate.
go.
Yeah.
And you know what?
No, I did like it too. It felt, I don't know, masculine. It was a fucking mandra drink.
Yeah.
It was fucking good.
do you have a Greek
Yeah.
master like Zeus or someone?
Hey, Psychotic series, eh?
Yeah, so
Love it.
for me, in a nutshell, 35N,
Yeah.
the Syrah Tsikoudia,
Yeah, beautiful.
followed by
Yeah.
the Zivania from Gil.
Yeah, mate, great.
That's me.
Great call. Can't argue with that. What about you, Tom?
Well, as always, I'm going to be the little outlier.
Here we go.
I'm sort of looking at it from the perspective
I feel
of
like we're going to get a poem here now.
no. I'm looking at it from the perspective of if I'm going to have a Tsipouro or a Tsikoudia, I want to have something that's as close to the original stuff as possible. Now, the original stuff we can all agree is probably going to be closest to what Charissa provided from Crete and what Ari provided from Thessaly, right?
Yeah.
So the closest that we can sort of get to that, I really think, is the 35N, and it's the Syro one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should come as no surprise, basically,
Yeah.
that's what, that's the closest, because
Yeah.
we've had so much of it this
So
year.
Tom, so just for our listeners, that the taste doesn't hold; it drops. So the younger listeners that want to try the Ouzo, they want to try the Tsipouro, it doesn't hold. It's not going to give you that bad taste.
Yeah.
Spot on, and the reason why you liked it is because of that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And look, the stuff that you're going to get, bleh,
What about the
the stuff
dessert
that you're
stuff?
going to get,
Yeah.
that's from a legit person in Crete or Thessaly or wherever
Yeah.
they're making it.
Yeah.
There's going to be a little bit more character to that. You're going to smell and taste things that you're not going to smell and taste in those mass-produced ones. But you're going to get pretty close with 35N.
Yeah.
And to a slightly lesser extent, the Raki.
Yeah.
Those two,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
feel, are really close.
Yeah.
And so
definitely.
they're diverse, but if you want the authentic Tsipouro taste,
Go to Crete.
basically.
We'll go to the mountains
Exactly.
of Greece.
End of story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Northern region, Epiro, Macedonia, or what's the other one?
Do you know what?
Thrassi.
Apart from, look, we tasted Tsipouro, right?
Yeah.
And we tasted almost 20 bottles.
Yeah.
Out of all the Nisya, it's only Kriti that we've tasted. We haven't
That's
tasted
true.
anything from anywhere else.
Yeah, okay. We had the one from Patra, which technically came from Chios, but
And
but
there
let's
was a
be real.
Chios one, yeah. There was a Chios
are they good at making
origination.
wine? Maybe Santorini.
if you-
Santorini should have one.
Islands are more about the wine, I,
I
feel.
think
Yeah.
we can
but then
confidently...
again, wine means Tsipouro.
But we had more.
Doesn't
We
it?
had more Ouzo from
They're
Ireland.
not conservation.
That's true, actually.
So we had with
But Tsipouro
Plumari.
feels like it's more of
we
a
had-
mainland thing.
Yeah, Babayani from Samos.
No,
They come from
that's
here.
Lesvos.
That's from
Lesvos.
Lesvos. Plumari. It's from
So,
Plumari.
yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
you're
sorry,
right. There
I was-
weren't
yeah.
many good Tsipouro from Plumari, were there?
But that's my point. I think we
You
could
think
say,
there
if
would
you
be?
want Tsipouro, go to Kriti or go to
Yeah.
Northern Greece.
Yeah.
If you want Ouzo, go to Lesvos.
Yeah.
In a nutshell,
Definitely.
done. Region plays a big part.
Yeah. Look, I
The
don't know.
climate, the sun, the
Yeah.
temperature.
The water.
Yeah, it's the same as
signboard.
Australia. Same as Australia. What we do here.
Well, it's similar to whiskey as well. Like, the quality of the water
Yeah.
is going to play such a
Yeah.
huge part.
But
Yeah.
but also climate. So climate in Tasmania producers can't produce Shiraz. So you can't get a Shiraz from Tasmania.
No.
Sure.
But you get a Pinot Noir, which has got the same sort of profile as a Shiraz from Hunter Valley or Barossa Valley. So it all depends on...
Valley's like Shiraz. It's like
Yeah.
the heavy wines.
Yeah.
If you want the white grape, it's more... Actually, the further south you go, like the Marlborough region, they've got a good Sauvignon Blanc sort of thing in New Zealand. Anyway.
So it depends on climate, depends on region.
Yeah, exactly.
So the same with Greece.
But I think the other outlier was the 35N, the honey version. I don't know. That was a Greek honey for me. That was fucking ridiculous.
That was, guys,
Yeah.
if you were looking
I
for...
wasn't expecting that.
If
you
you
want
were...
to cream your pants,
Yeah.
that's it.
If you want
If you have
a dessert...
if you have a dinner
dessert
party-
type Greek...
Yeah. If you have a dinner party, a Greek dinner, and you want to,
Yeah.
just complete your guest with a fucking beautiful dessert wine.
If you want to finish them
I'm
off.
gonna
I'm
finish
gonna
off
say,
your
hey,
guess.
add some ice cream.
It was the
add some ice cream
35N
into the honey.
But with the honey, it wasn't just how it was like a party in your
floral.
mouth with how many flavors of
Everyone's
honey did
invited.
you feel it?
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Crystal.
Okay, we got to finish off. Honestly, no joke. Pete, you've been fucking amazing. I want to get your view on this as well. So if you don't
Come on,
mind, I'm going to hand the mic to you. So we're going to throw these questions at
Have
you.
the final word.
Yeah. I can't tell you what my favourite was because after the 10th, I started to lose track of flavours and all sorts of senses. But look,
Mate, can I just say that's a lie because you've been fucking awesome. You've been running around, topping up our shot glasses with water to cleanse our palate. And you've been topping 20... We've gone through 20 bottles now. But look,
I just want to, honestly, I want to thank Tom and Nick for inviting me here because I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been a fan for a long time.
Thank you,
and
mate.
and it was, I'm just trying to work out why I'm so excited about being here by being a fan, but it goes back to what we tried understand what is this, and it's I think philoxenia and parea.
yeah.
And I think you guys touched on the fact that this was born out of COVID, and you guys kept us company during COVID, and we're still enjoying being part of your parea.
Brilliant.
Well
Well done.
so look, I just want to congratulate you guys because
Thank you, mate.
because it's not lost on us on you. I know you guys aren't doing this for the money because this thing's a hard gig.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
And for you guys to honestly you guys have helped us understand our identity, and
That's what it's about.
the fact that you guys can draw really strong, identities in the diaspora, like Commodore John Stavridis, the first Greek
Yes.
commander of a naval vessel in Australia.
Yeah.
Nick Andriatakos, who
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of his because he connects Greek and Australian culture through what he does through the Anzac.
He does it perfectly.
Thing.
Absolutely perfectly.
right? Mark Burris, of course, who we've spoken
on,
about, and his whiskey's fantastic, but he's a great Aussie Greek, I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Going abroad, and it's 85 degrees to our northern hemisphere listeners, right?
Yeah.
29 degrees, 85 degrees.
Yeah.
Right? Admiral James Stavridis.
Yep.
How the hell do you get the Admiral
Yeah.
of NATO?
Yeah.
I know,
Well, he's
right?
good mates with John Stavridis,
Well, there you
which
go.
somehow you're connected, aren't you?
Yeah,
Through George Vatt.
Well,
How are you related to George
Well,
Vatt?
George is my first cousin, and John's
So your first cousin's
George and
sister.
his sister. I'm
married.
first. John's married my first cousin, which is amazing.
There you go.
know,
So Tom, that's how we got Admiral James Stavridis.
and he's given our family some credibility.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It is a natural thing, and you deserve it. 'Cause you guys have got credibility.
Thank you. And obviously the trailblazers like Effie Koustas and Nick Giannopoulos and George Kapanaris, who are
Sure.
we were able to be comfortable being wogs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Wow. Great call.
Through to Stephen Fry, Angelo Tsaroukas, Peter Menez, George Ellis. I think.
It's a great list.
Well, it's a magnificent list, and I haven't covered all of them, and I hope you guys can keep going because I know it's hard work. I know you don't make money out of this. We're getting this for free.
Yeah.
Please keep it up and congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Wow. Thank you, mate.
Thanks,
How
Pete.
good
What a
was
way
that?
to finish the season, right?
Hey, unbelievable.
Fantastic.
Mate,
Brilliant.
Mate, what about how good was that for a sales pitch?
That's
Hey?
fantastic.
Fucking, I
That's
didn't realise it was that
fantastic.
good, Tom.
I know, right?
Fucking.
Well,
hell.
look, I mean, you and I have been. I mean, it is a lot of work. Let's be honest about that, right? It is a great deal of work to put this on because every episode that we put on, we do a great deal of research for.
Yep.
We do a great deal of they're looking for you, the coppers. Now there's a great deal of work that goes into this.
Yeah, 100%.
Every episode that you hear,
Yeah.
it's gone through a filter, and it's
Yeah.
gone through multiple filters before it.
Yeah,
before it
we
gets to you
screen every
guys.
guest.
Absolutely, right? We feel that this is important. It's not
Yeah.
just the butt hour.
Yeah.
We've had such great feedback about, from people who are saying we've learnt so much about our culture,
Yeah.
and learnt so much about people that are interested in our culture. They're even prouder of Greek heritage and culture and traditions
100%,
than even we are in some instances.
And we've had that in our family. We had a guy
Correct.
in Melbourne. He goes, every time I hear your episode, I walk down the office corridor with my chest out.
That's
I'm proud
right.
to be Greek.
That's right.
And
So
we've got Greeks in Jersey, in remote places in the world, the planet, that come back and write to us and say, guys,
That's right.
I'm so connected to my heritage because of you. And we're Greek Australians, so look, maybe we are a bit biased. Our topics, our guests are more Greek Australian, but
that's
either
what we
way,
know.
Exactly, but there's a connection there that connects with the whole planet.
That's right.
I can't speak enough for you guys. Like, it is amazing what you're doing. Amazing legacy you guys are leaving
Absolutely.
to this planet. And Stavro, like, we're here just as numbers to help you guys. To help what you're
We
doing.
love
And
we love having you guys.
You're more than that. You contributed.
Yeah,
for us.
but like, look, guys, we can list out the amazing achievements you have done to this year. So this is the season finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a great time here. We've
We
had so much meat. There was some greens. I don't know if what happened to those.
Was there?
Where there was
Oh, yeah,
this
there was like
corn. We
cucumber.
didn't cook them. Bread. We
goodies.
just went. There's no bread.
I know the corn's still there. We could rustle something
that's
up.
going to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
for dessert later.
Yeah.
With our roots canal. Anyway, we'll have a bit of that.
No,
But
beautiful.
guys, you guys talk a lot. Yeah. Throughout the whole year. Throughout the whole year. And Stavro, me and you can turn around and go, guys, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the Greek diaspora.
Yeah.
Thank you for what you guys have done for our Greek culture.
Absolutely.
Thank you for what you've done for our Greek culture.
Yeah.
In like throughout the world.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is you're bringing us together.
Yeah.
You're bringing cultures together. You're bringing us to
Yeah.
connect.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
exactly.
that holds us forever.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, what you're doing is,
Yeah.
you know what people, and I hope people continue doing,
Yeah.
is aspiring to
And the good
connect
thing is,
people.
what you're saying there, we're getting a lot of mail, obviously, and
We
some of
are.
those mail is young 20-year-old kids coming
Yes.
out of uni,
Good.
law students. One guy in particular, you got to get this guy on. I'm a law student. I'm about to. I think he said I'm going up to Queensland. I'm going to.
This is the
join
next
this-
generation.
Yeah.
These guys are
Yeah.
influencing
And these
the next
guys are
generation.
young, proud Greek kids. Again, we've assimilated. We're Aussies. We're all Australian. We've assimilated Australian culture, but we hang on to our Greek heritage.
You have to.
Correct.
So for your legacy is about
It's both.
it's about bringing that along.
But it's a call out. Even American Greeks. Doesn't matter. You're
Yeah.
American, yes, but hang on to your Greek heritage.
Yeah.
So
It's
important.
about Greek. Hang on to Greek heritage all over the world.
Yeah.
Congratulations on another season. Your episodes, when we listen to the podcast, are a reminder of who we are, what we are, and at times when you may feel a little bit flat, you're reminded of who you are and where you came from. And I think that's the most important thing of this podcast, as alienness,
Yeah.
as alienness far away from our homeland.
Yeah.
There's nothing more important to be reminded of who we are.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you,
Wow.
guys. Keep it
It's
up,
like
and
a mic
hopefully
drop.
Absolutely. Well,
Beautiful.
Fucking hell. Well
I got to
said.
say, we started this season off in Melbourne this year.
Yep.
We were away. It was ektos edras, as they say, right?
Yeah.
It was an away game, right,
Yeah.
for our first couple of episodes.
Yep.
Huge start to the season.
Yeah.
Huge end to the season.
Yeah.
And we're about to... And we've obviously committed to season 4.
Yep.
There's potentially a documentary coming up.
Yep.
What a way to end season 3 of Ouzo
Mate,
Talk.
it is brilliant. And look, our guest list, and if you haven't heard the Mark Burris episode, he's a massive advocate of what we're doing.
Absolutely.
He's fucking smashed Peter Volandis. We're going to have to cut and paste that and send it out to him.
I think so.
Hopefully you'll hear it before this episode comes out. But he's pumping Peter Valenis to come on the show, so we can't wait.
And that's just one guest.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just
Yeah,
one.
and we've got a and look, there is a massive guest. If that comes off, that'll be fucking huge for next year.
Absolutely.
It'll be huge, but we can't say anything.
Game changer.
Yeah,
Yep.
it'll be huge.
On that note, guys, thank you to all of our sponsors for Season 3. Thank you to all of our guests. It's been an amazing ride. ouzotalk@outlook.com is the email. Follow us on social media at Ouzo Talk and at Ouzo_talk on Instagram and also on YouTube. Nico Thanasiou, all of our sponsors, Foti Papoulis,
Thank you.
Stavros Kaziliadis, Peter Antonio.
Antonio.
Gentlemen, that's a wrap on Season 3. Yas σας.
That is a lot. Thank you, everyone.
Γεια σας.
Ακολουθήστε μας στο Soundees, στο Spotify, στο Apple Podcasts και στο Google Podcasts.
This episode of Ouzo Talk is brought to you by Meet the Greek. From the traditional souvlaki and kontosouvli to seafood, house-made dips and delicious variations on the classics, Meet the Greek is the perfect place to get a true taste of Greece. Visit meetthegreek.com.au or call 02 9597 5062 to make a booking. Meet the Greek, proud sponsors of the Ouzo Talk podcast.